Good morning. This is Joe Rogan. Just kidding. It's Rowdy Racing for our 5th podcast, I think. We have Jim in the background. We are using first names only today per request. We have Nick.
Yo.
Carl. He tips his head, as you can see that. Bob. Thunder. That's not a first name. Jared.
What up?
And your boy Ty. So what's going on? First things first.
Dude, don't say your boy Ty. You sound like Matt Royvides.
How's your boy Ty?
We don't clean our room.
We're going to start off with a quick one. Lure. Oh, did it.
That's all right. You can call me Lure. I don't give a fuck.
Right,
People might come after you.
motorsport.
Okay. Everybody talks about it, never does it.
Motorsport Molly, Precious, Lizzy Musi, fuck, Mary Kill, go.
I'm up first.
Yeah.
Molly, Motorsports, Molly, Precious, and Lizzy. Well, I'm definitely marrying Lizzy because I'm putting one of them fucking big-ass musi motors in my shit.
Big ass motor in there.
I'm going to put my big motor in her, too. And then, well, that's not that big of a motor, it's just small block. But anyway.
Straight 6.
I'm gonna kill Molly.
Wow, really?
You know why? You know what? She's a sweet girl, probably. Hypothetically, Jesus, guys, we're playing a game. Anyway, and Precious, I'm definitely fucking that because I want to feel all the scabs on my cock.
Oh my fucking God. That concludes our podcast.
That's it.
Am I not allowed here anymore? I thought this was a safe place. It was a safe space. I can say what I wanted.
Jim, get me a pen and paper so I know where to edit Lou.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm going to shut my mic off now.
Beeping noise. Another podcast of shit we cut out.
Oh my God. Nick.
We're going to have to release the uncut.
Nick, Molly, Precious, Lizzy, fuck, Mary Kill, go ahead.
I'm going to have to marry Lizzy. There's a lot of money behind that ass.
It's my bitch, Bill.
Lure's just going to beat me up for her anyway.
We can share.
I'm going to marry Lizzy. I'm definitely killing Precious because only too many times I can hear off with your head. And Molly's going to get the bone.
So classy when he says it.
I know. The bone.
Try to be a little bit respectful.
Fornicate the top.
I've heard you can pay for that if you want, but
Yeah, let's be respectful. I like it.
And that concludes our next podcast. Holy shit. Carl. Precious, you know who these ladies are? I know you pay attention.
Yes.
All
You
right.
have to go up to the mic, bro.
Yeah, you want to load the mic, bud.
This is the easy one for me.
There you go.
Fuck Molly, marry Lizzy, kill Precious.
I'm on board with Carl.
I think that's the
Because if you don't kill her, she's going to kill your car.
Thunder? You don't want to? No. Well, that was a fucking blast.
You guys just told like one of the biggest homos in airport racing that you all want to fuck his girlfriend. Congratulations.
that's giving the 3 choices.
Well, it's true. I mean, you really want Precious, man? Come on,
Dude, I can't do it.
I could.
I mean, I'm pretty fucked.
I'm like, give me head.
How about this then? Precious, JJ's wife Trisha, and that new broad he's got around. Fuck, marry, kill.
Well, we're killing Precious then. So, yeah. And I'll just fuck JJ's wife because it's his wife,
Trisha.
and I want him to step up to me because all he does is do fake fighting on TV. And then what's the new broad?
I don't know her name.
Yeah, we'll just marry her so she can take half of my $3.
Bobby, get on this one. Sorry.
Over here.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, not that one. Do the other one. Do Trisha, Precious, and the new broad.
I'm going to fuck the new broad.
All right.
She's young and cute and probably tight still.
Whoa.
And then kill Precious. I'm going to marry Trisha just so I can get some of JJ's money.
I'm with Bobby on this one all the way. That is my same exact thought process.
That's a bad thought process. All his money comes from drugs.
That's fine.
So it's cash.
Money's money.
Hey, that's
where it came
cash.
from.
It's cash. It's not going to be in the bank. It's not like what I mean is the judge can't be like, here, give half of your fucking shoebox to this guy.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
he's handing out cars to everybody. So.
Well, maybe you could get a car. You're right.
Exactly.
Maybe you can get a car from him.
Need a car? Get a car.
Fuck here, pay here. You know what I'm saying?
Do something like that for me. At least I'm Tech Force like advertising for spots at a race.
Speaking of Molly, we want to give a shout out to our blue collar street racing friends, Curtis Toon.
Yes.
He wanted me to let the world know that he loves Molly. Molly, if you go to Oklahoma, you're probably not coming back.
I couldn't really hear you say that. Say his name again because it kind of cut out.
Curtis Toon.
Okay.
He loves Molly.
Yeah. Just want to make sure everybody knows that's what you said.
Sorry, boys.
Curtis Toon, you fucking goon.
He's a cool cat.
I don't even
All
know
these.
him.
What's that?
I don't even know him. I've just seen him on
All
Facebook.
those blue collar guys seem pretty cool.
I'm just fucking around.
All
I
right,
like
so
the Midwest us.
what's that?
Right.
I like the Midwest version of us.
Yeah. Well, yeah. They, on the podcast on Limpy or not podcast Limpy's live feed, they called Rowdy Racing their illegitimate New York cousins.
Pretty much.
Northern cousins.
Once removed.
Yeah.
Every day in the chat though, because we have a little small chat with a couple of those guys and us, and they'll say, "What's the weather like up there in England this week?"
England.
Fucking Arctic Circle.
Up in communist Russia.
We make fun of them back and forth because they're an hour behind us because it's the time, and I'll say shit like that. I'm like, but it's the future here. You don't have to worry about that yet. All right, Laura,
What's up?
get your take. So we had 3 cash days this year. We never done them before.
Yeah.
What's your take on having 3?
I like it. I'm down with all of it. I think anytime we can get enough people here to make at least 8 cars or better, I'm down with it. It's awesome. It's so much fun, and we're meeting all these good people, having grudge races afterwards with no problems. It's a fucking pretty sweet deal.
What do you think about how when we first started this a couple years ago, it used to take weeks on weeks to fill the slot, and now it takes maybe 40 minutes.
Yeah, not even an hour.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good thing, obviously, and I think that the internet and everything is helping with that.
Yes.
People, going on there and fucking posting all this shit, and even morons like Fleck and shit. Which he's a useful moron,
Yeah.
He fucking talks a good amount of shit, and he does bring his car out, even though he flips him over and shit. He brings his car out and he bets and shit, but people like that fucking are as much as annoying and shit they can be. They're useful fucking morons.
Yeah.
They get people going
No such thing as bad publicity, right?
for sure.
What do you think? Oh yeah, true. What do you think, Nick? You do a lot of guys. Albany's been pretty successful in Syracuse cash days. They've won a lot of them.
Yeah, they got the few guys that come out here and they do good. The vintage guys and the other dudes that come and try and everything. It's nice to see people coming here and trying.
Yep.
Getting cars here, getting the count up, like you said, it takes a half hour to fill up. When you guys want to do 8 cars, and there's always people saying, we want in, but we're not like the Midwest where we can get 45 people off in 1 or 2 minutes.
Wish we could, man. I really do.
I just don't have spots like that.
Yeah, I think the 3 a year is good. I mean, 1 spring, summer, fall, and then run what you brung, or however you guys work it. But it seems to be good. We keep all the bullshit away, and people from Pennsylvania are wanting to come up. I see guys from Chicago that are saying they're wanting to come out here.
And then there's guys that talk all that shit about wanting to race everywhere, and we're afraid of them, and they're fucking an hour and a half away in fucking Buffalo, and they won't bring their pile of shit out here and get fucking gapped. I'm talking to you, dirty 30. You fucking faggot.
That dude will never come
Hey,
here.
Sorry, we only have cell phone footage, guys, down here, so you're never gonna get on fucking 1320 messing with us.
Discovery.
All right.
But you know what is cool? The Tushy brothers say they want to come up and
Yeah, and they fucking make good ass videos, man. Their pictures are sick.
They're one of the best in the business, I think, especially for what they're doing. You know what I mean?
Good.
Those
Even
guys-
their track stuff, their street stuff.
Yeah.
It's all quality shit they're
they
doing.
take killer pictures, man. I'd love to get them up here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it would help get even more play. I mean, you want more publicity.
You don't want people coming to watch during
don't
it,
want-
but afterwards, sure, watch the video.
Yeah, which brings me to my next point. If you are listening and you are coming to a race, and you're racing or your crew for a racer, or myself or Lure or somebody has asked you to help for some reason, don't fucking tell your friends. You gotta stop fucking getting on there and advertising there's a goddamn street race, because what we're doing out here is illegal, and we're getting a bunch of these track faggots showing up. Not that I like the track, but these dedicated fucking nobodies that never won a street race just come to watch, and they're talking shit on the internet about it.
It's track faggots that do nothing but talk shit about street racers and then say that they're not afraid to race but never bring their fucking car out, but they'll go sit in the parking lot together in some fucking 93 Oldsmobile and jerk each other off while we fucking make passes down the road.
I don't even live in Syracuse.
I'm talking to you, Crossman brothers.
I'm 2 hours. I'm 2 hours away, and I get people messaging me from Syracuse asking where the races are,
Right.
what's going on.
They're not the only ones, but
Yeah, everybody. I mean, it's
the
an
fuck, man.
they sit,
Non-racing faggots. Why are you watching then?
they,
You know?
and they sit and wait for us to come out and make heats.
Yeah, like how much of a fucking life do you not have to sit in a parking lot with just you and some other dude and a fucking doing nothing?
The worst part
Probably
is,
slap each other on the back like, dude, you're so good. You're the best. Man.
You could have made a 4-second pass if that was in a Mustang.
Yeah, man. Good thing I'm not out here. These guys are slow, man.
Yep.
My mile per hour went right by them, though. I'm telling you.
With flames.
Yeah, fucking on drag radios on the street when it's 32 degrees out. It's fine. No big deal. It's easy. This stuff is so easy, guys. You don't even understand.
Do you need a 750 cage to drive your car from like one driveway to the next driveway? That's a cruise.
I didn't know that you. I didn't know that you needed a cage to put that piece of shit on a trailer and drive it around.
I've been out cruising all year with my car on the trailer.
Nobody said anything. $500.
oh, that's the other thing. What do you think about that,
What's that?
Crossman? I know you're listening.
Oh boy.
Think about Crossman calling me out for $2,000.
I didn't even know he did that.
Yeah, he said he wanted to race, and I said, he said he wanted to street race. I said, okay, I'll street race you. And then I said,
You don't want a street race?
I'm on a radio. Come out on your radio, so he was better on the radio. You know, like nice friendly radio competition. And he goes, yeah, I'll come out, $2,000. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, dude, listen, we don't. I mean, whatever. We might be able to quote that kind of money, but we don't fucking bet like that.
We could have came up with it. It's
probably
just,
could
it's
have,
the
but it's-
fucking tactic.
No, as soon as he says
What?
it, though, you just know immediately that like he's just trying to buy it. He's being a fucking homo. Dude, I'll race you for fun. I'll race anybody.
Yeah, that's-
fucking. When they, no, I'm just saying when I have my car's running. I'm not trying to act like anybody else idiots. But these people are like, oh yeah, $2,000. Okay, $2,000. Here we fucking go. Like your car's worth $2,000. The fuck you trying to? Of course you can come out with $2,000.
If you're local,
Forget it.
within a half hour, 45 minutes, and you don't have to have some big fucking operation where you got to tow your entire house 8 hours away,
Right.
a couple $100, $500.
Yeah,
for,
it's
you know,
it's not. It's
whatever,
good
whatever.
money.
It's in-town people racing in-town people. There's no reason, even if, unless you got, a personal problem with each other and you really want to
Right.
step it up. But
Right, but even like I said earlier,
It's not like we asked him to go for free, but for $2,000.
Yeah.
Come on,
Come on,
It's
man.
just
$1,500.
who we are, and he knows that. You know what I mean? Like nobody's never claimed to be these big betting.
yeah, and that's just especially me. I'm a fucking cheapskate. So.
I mean, we could have won 500 easily. I'd give that to you right now.
Yeah,
but-
yeah, $500,000. That'd be
Yeah,
fine. But I mean,
$2,000 right off the bat.
Yeah, that's just
From somebody that has zero credibility too.
Uh-huh.
That's the worst part. It's not like it was somebody that races
And
actually.
it wasn't his money.
And he's not even calling it the money. That's he's fucking puffing his fat chest over it.
And
you know what I mean?
The big argument with that was who cares?
He's got better tits than Motorsport Molly.
The big argument with that was who cares whose money it is. Well, the thing is, it would be my money against not his. Anybody, I can go out there and make a pass if it's somebody else's
He's
money.
halfway right about that. I just hate that he pumps his chest like it's something like he's doing something. Like if you know what I mean. Like okay, if he has to have a backer, and we say we want to run for 500, and that dude backs him for 5, that's fine.
Right.
Yeah.
But you're just gonna throw someone else's money at us like you're like this big dude.
Like it's yours. Yeah.
Okay, loser. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you know what? Ty fucks a hot girl, and so did I. You know, that's my dick was in there too. Same thing, right? Like, no, you would know what it feels like if he did, right?
No.
Speaking of Billy Madison.
Oh my God. Limpy's live feed. I was gonna say something and I lost track now.
I'm sorry.
Camaro. Shit, did it again.
right off the bat.
Not bad.
That's what I call him. Sorry, I don't call him Nick.
We don't call each other by first.
I don't.
I don't mind.
Who cares?
We got nothing to hide here.
I know.
Yeah, what are you going to get me for?
I've been told I'm going to get beat up for like 12 years and it hasn't happened yet, so
I told the
I'll
last
just
guy-
take that beating when it comes one day. It's not like it's the first time I've ever been beat up. I'll just get my ass kicked. So.
That's like the guy when I banged that dude's girlfriend from the pizza shop. He comes walking in. I'm like, you want to get cheated on and beat up, dude? Well, it don't even make no sense, man. Just take one for the team, bro. Your girl did.
Nick, what do you think about Frank saying he doesn't street race for anything less than $5,000? He wants to race you.
Yeah, I mean, I made some comments about why he was so upset about putting a 750 cage in a car that's literally never made a pass. It's never done anything except barely make how much? What did they make on the dyno? I don't know. Made 1,000 horsepower or some shit.
Like what was it, like 980 or something?
Yeah, that's cute. I mean, my car made that with a blower and a stock motor, so and it has air conditioning and wipers. So
Well,
Frank,
Junk has
if
Ford motor,
Frank wants to
too.
race on
Cool.
the street, we can race for a couple bucks or whatever. But you know, it's the same thing. Maybe it's something in that gene pool or those dudes. But
Yeah.
Ty got the $2,000 call out. I got the $5,000 call out. I'm wasting his time, wasting his money, and but this is with a car it's
Never seen the street.
it's never seen anything.
Yeah.
That's literally his whole life. His last car was the same thing. He got like one race off with it where he
You raced Sean Andrews, right?
remember his tire was like rubbing the fucking fender, and he's like, "Oh, it's no big deal." Boom, blows out. Oh, weird. I'm like, dude, you're a fabricator, and you can't get a wheel that fits. You don't know what backspace is, pal.
I mean, I'll do whatever. I'll race the guy if he wants to race at the track or on the street, or I don't give a shit. I'll do whatever. But this is the same thing. I'll bring my car to Syracuse. I'm not gonna, ton of money, couple $100, $500, whatever.
You travel right to him in his backyard, and he can't race you
give
for
a shit.
$500. Then he's not a racer.
It's just,
You know what I
it's
mean?
the whole.
Sorry,
Everybody's got
That's the
something
rule.
to prove, and I know you guys don't. Not everybody agrees with me, but Street Outlaws has had a positive and a negative effect on
Absolutely,
what
I
we
agree
do
completely.
because now everybody who has. I'm driving a Focus ST here that my girlfriend has, and I got people trying to fucking race me on the way up. Oh, you're coming to Syracuse? Grab a lane, I'll gap you. Motherfuckers don't even know where Gap came from.
Right.
Who started saying that?
Exactly.
Where is that?
Exactly.
Now every dude with an S4 and a fart can is,
Right.
you know.
They got a plate that says Gap City on their 18-second car.
Yep. So that's that. If those dudes want to race, I'll race the GTO at the track. I'll race them on the street. I'm not racing for $5,000. I got way better things I can do with $5,000.
Right.
That'd be cool.
Well, like I said, man, you take your car, you bring it to his backyard. He can't go for $500. He's not a real racer.
I'll drive it here.
I know.
I don't give a fuck. I don't need to tow it.
It would be cool for us to take $7,000 from him. Though.
I had 2 races this summer, and one was like you were saying. It was a bunch of my friends put in money because I literally had $3 in my pocket.
Yeah.
And
That Camaro?
Yeah, we won $1,000 on. I can't even say we because I won because I was driving, but it was their money, and won $1,000. And then 2 weeks later, all those dudes came up from Jersey, bunch of good guys, Massachusetts guys came up, and I was supposed to race a Coyote Swap Fox. And it ended up not working. Some dudes from Jersey just wanted to get a race off, so I said, whatever, we'll race for free. Or we had a little bit of a confusion about that afterwards, but. My blower belt snapped on the line. That was the end of it. Like people are afraid to lose. Nobody wants to fucking lose. I mean, if it's a free race or a couple $100, what do you?
Yeah.
I feel like people are in it for the wrong thing. If you're
You're
afraid, I'm just trying to start getting my feet wet. My car's not fucking fast, but there's
It's fast.
slower and quicker.
Well, it's
around and
fast
whatever.
enough to where people with these pro mods are trying to call you out.
Yeah.
I was waiting for her to say, "Oh, it's fast for a Ford,"
No, I mean it does what it's supposed to do. Brake all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Transmission, blower belt. No more fucking. Never again. I'll never put a power header with a belt on my car again unless it came from the factory.
You're gonna trigger Nate.
I've had enough of that fucking
You're
nonsense.
gonna get Nate. Go. Where the fuck is Nate? He was supposed to be here.
Yeah, he was supposed to come.
Someone message Nate. Bobby, take care of that.
Yeah, I forgot about
Hey, is that him?
Nate,
Woohoo, no.
What's that?
It's a female.
Don't call me Nate.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
it's Pop. It's Papa and Daisy. That's it.
Hey, how many pesos you pay this guy to show up, huh?
Papa!
Papa, how you doing?
Our Spanish announce team just showed up.
Good, how are you?
Rowdy racing the Ocho.
Yeah.
How do you say Rowdy Racing in Spanish?
Hey, buddy, how are you? How you
All right, man.
How do you say that in Spanish? It'd be rowdy racing.
Carl. What's up?
El Rodo Rosso.
El Rowdy.
Papa, how do you say racing in Spanish? I don't know. Come on.
I don't know.
He goes, man, I'm American, man.
I was born in
Give me another
Florida.
shot.
I was born on the raft.
No, it's international.
It's not really sure.
All right, we're gonna recap.
Person of the world.
We're gonna recap Syracuse Cash Days real quick. We had 3 8-car shootouts this year. One in July. It was a 29.5, 10.5 non-W race. Jeff Van Norden won that one. Then we had our Run What You Brung Cash Days. It means any tire, any whatever. We don't really, only sanction we ever really have is a tire. Run What You Brung Cash Days.
Oh, I got
Jeff Van
Jeff
Orden.
Van Norden won that one.
it.
Then we had 28 10.5 Cash Days in November. Didn't think we were going to pull it off, but we
What
got
was it,
pulled off.
37 degrees?
37 degrees.
Yep.
Jeff Van Orden did not come, so he couldn't win.
Those dudes
Although
always
he
got
did place second.
They got something up their sleeve all the time. We were out a few weeks ago just doing some bullshit $100 racing with my buddy Shane's RS3 and the Corvette and something else. And there's this Charger that I've never seen before. Well, I've seen it, but I haven't seen it in like fucking 10 years.
Yeah.
And we're getting ready to do our stuff, and they come walking around behind the building. I'm like, oh shit, the fucking cops are here. Like, we gotta get out. And it's these dudes, and they're like, yeah, Sunday night at 1 o'clock in the morning, we're just making some test hits. All rolling out of the trailer. I'm like, you motherfuckers are sneaky. They always got something going on. So I'm sure that thing will be out this year.
Jeff and George are cool motherfuckers.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, they're good dudes. They're
They're good
really
dudes.
good guys.
For real. I like them dudes.
Yeah, 2010-5 race. Noah from Connecticut won that one.
Another great dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, Noah's
We don't
good.
we don't race any assholes actually.
No.
They wouldn't be allowed there.
Yeah.
Besides ourselves.
Well, yeah, I'm the biggest asshole in the parking lot.
The
for
biggest
real.
asshole out of everybody there is Lure. He's like, all right, move the fucking alley. Wait, Ty, get these fucking cars taken. I'm yelling at him to kill the fuck up.
I get in the zone, man. I gotta go. You know, I'm trying to regulate, get in, get out. We got we got cops here that are communists. You know, they will kill you.
Remember the first time I came out here for cash days and I didn't know anybody yet?
Oh yeah,
And you yelled at that dude in the parking lot?
Well, I went after his whole crew.
Yeah.
Oh, so
That was Sanford. Yeah.
No, the dude in the Volkswagen.
Which one? Oh, the guy that did the burnout with Papa.
Did something. He was arguing with
No, that
somebody,
was a
and
Duncan.
then he was like, "Oh, the only reason you're getting loud with me is because all your friends are here." And you're like, "I'll knock all my friends out." And I'm like, "I'm fucking going home."
Remember this? No,
I didn't come out here for
It
this.
was all with Skripsky.
it was Skursky. It was Skursky.
Yeah, but he was with, it was with Sanford.
But he was with Sanford.
Yeah,
It was all
yeah,
his friends. He's
yeah.
like, you're only getting tough because you got all these people here. As he's standing there with 15 people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, I looked at everybody in the crowd. Like, anybody comes over here where I beat the shit out of this faggot, I'll punch you in the face.
Yeah, I remember
Now what? And I walked towards him, and everybody stood way behind me. I started walking towards him, and he's like, oh no. I'm like, see? No, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't have to go this far. You want to be a douchebag.
I will say, as he's gotten older, Sanford's he's a pretty good.
Sanford ain't a bad dude.
He's a good kid.
He ain't a bad kid.
that word, we can bleep it out.
I listen to all these podcasts. I listened to the podcast the other day at work. I'm construction, but we're in a building right now, so it's pretty quiet. I can listen to whatever I want, thankfully. I listened to that NHRA podcast the other day with Stevie Jackson.
I
on
haven't
it.
heard that one yet.
Dude, the first 40 minutes of it was like listening to a fucking baby getting a diaper changed. The guy just diarrhea of the mouth of nothing good, nothing important. The only thing that saved that fucking thing was Steve Jackson coming on for a half hour. But it's
Right.
good to have stuff like this to listen to. I wish more idiots like us got together.
Yeah.
And just bullshit. It's
Did Blue
nice.
Collar do that at all? They should do
They
that.
should.
They're funny dudes, man. I mean, I don't know all of them, but I've seen the ones that were on the live feed when you were
We're talking
fucking
about
funny.
because if you see Limpy's live feed, he has that overlay. He has that overlay of like him in the background, but he can pull up like certain comments on the screen so you can see it. Jim was fucking around with some software,
Yeah, I found it. It's called StreamYard.
and we can get that done. And we're gonna try to we're gonna try to do a live feed and bring some of the blue collar boys on and talk
That'd be
about
good.
some bullshit.
Yeah.
All right.
We'd be lost without Jim. Let's just say thanks to Jim
Oh
for
my God.
everything.
You know what we'd be doing? We'd be huddled around a phone,
Yeah.
trying to record it. Someone would be calling us like, shit, start over.
iPhone 6.
If they can hear us, yell into it. Jim's over there like, you guys are so
Jim, I have Jim
shitty.
photoshopping pictures of my house. See if I want to change the color on the
I did
phone.
it- I've done the same
I'm like,
thing.
yo, I really want to paint my house, but I'm not sure if it's going to look good or not. I'm like, can you do this? He's like, yeah, I'm at work right now, but don't worry, I'll take care of it for you.
I literally was thinking about sending him a picture of the new truck of mine and be like, yo, can you put the bumper black on this thing? And that's what it looks like.
The guy does it. He's good at
It
it.
fucking makes it look better than it's going to look.
Jim's like, yeah, as soon as I'm done dropping warheads on foreheads, I'll Photoshop your guys. So we were here at the tool shed when Eddie Grimes, honk,
Honk, honk, honk.
lay honk in French,
I wish I had a soundboard, man.
Wow.
he posted about how New York runs shit events and fucking Father Hopscotch jumped on.
Oh God.
Made a trash ass meme like, "Ooh, when New York post trash event," and it's just a picture of Billy Mai at the bar. Like that's a 10 out of 10 meme, pal. Good.
We
good
should send
job.
him a new pair of overalls for Christmas.
Yeah.
Was
So,
it
Rowdy Racing.
Rowdy Racing logo on it?
Blue collar down
cheeks.
Blue collar down one leg. Rowdy Racing on the ass.
Oh my god.
I'll definitely throw a few bucks in for that.
I'd wear those.
Matter of fact, make them in 4X.
Right, you do. Make it fun.
In case you don't want them, I'll
So
take
we
them.
are now selling. Ladies and gentlemen, Jim.
Oh God.
Jesus.
So yeah.
So Ohio decided they wanted to go. No, I can't say Ohio because there's probably cool guys out there, like 3 or 4. But
Yeah, poor bastards gotta get represented by those homos.
Yep.
Well, that's
So,
like fucking Dirty 30 representing us.
Yeah, well,
know, it's-
that's the worst thing in the
Yeah.
world.
I wish we could trade.
I can't.
Yeah.
Let's.
the draft this
brought him
year.
up again. I gotta talk about it because I like watching it. Like it makes me feel good when I watch him down in Kansas City Small Tire Cash Days, quote unquote, calling out Beater Bomb.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll run you if you give me lane choice and don't bet me. I'm like, what? He gets royal. He just wanted to do anything he could to try and be on TV again or on, you know what I mean, trying to get himself halfway famous. And you know how you do that? Make a fucking pass. How about that?
Yeah, you don't go.
With someone next to you.
You don't go to that place or that area with that amount of people and those caliber of cars that race 12 months out of the year
Right.
and try that bullshit.
Yeah, they fucking all like, are you serious, dude?
That's not the right move to do there.
Yeah, he was just trying to be famous and trying to, and then he had he'd be the only car that even like tested on that road. And he still made a shit pass. The other guy that fucking just happened to skyrocket his car and break his motor.
I don't know the kid. I don't know the dude. I've never really. I mean, I can't say I've talked to him. I've definitely made fun of him on his page, like right to him. But he might be a good dude. But you know, if you fucking lose, you lose. If you have a problem with your car, if you can't make a pass, if you can't do whatever. Unless somebody asks you what happened, you know, hey buddy, what happened on that run?
I fucked up.
Dude, he fucking lost, man. The dude goes out, he tows his car 20 hours, he makes a half a pass, and then he tows it back home, and he makes a 9-paragraph page about.
It seems like the entire ride home, he's writing his fucking post out.
I mean, just hey, I lost.
Probably is.
We went to Oklahoma. I had a great time, but I just didn't get it done.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
That's
sure.
it.
Like,
Not
It's
fucking-
not that fucking hard.
Oh, you know,
two ago.
if this and this, that, and my car this. Shut the fuck up. How about if and buts? You know, no one cares, dude.
It's that street outlaw thing, man. Everybody.
My uncle had a
wants
dick
to
and be my uncle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Everybody
Congratulations.
wants to be fucking famous. This dude that nobody's heard of, he's got 900 likes on his Facebook page for his car, has a full trailer of merchandise going with him.
Right.
For what? Who the fuck's buying that?
No one.
I'm not going to a cash days to be like, hey, buddy, can I get that in an XL? Please? Do you take cards?
Alex did.
Dude, I would,
Can you sign this section of guardrail for me?
Yeah,
can you sign this dyno
Treat it
sheet
like
that
it's a piece
says,
of the Berlin Wall.
can you sign your dyno sheet that says 1,000-wheel horse with your
Yeah.
500?
I'm sure he can
turbos?
find. Where was that post? He said if he had his set up in a Fox body, it would go low 4s or something like that. I'm sure he could find a Fox body for way cheaper than he's got into that fucking car that he has.
But,
And
but his car ain't, dude. That car's tube chassised anyway. He wants to act like he's. Like, yeah, it's not aerodynamic by any means.
no,
You know what I mean? And
it's something different. Which
I
is
do
cool,
like it actually, but I hate the driver. He's an idiot. If he shut his mouth, he'd be fine.
Yeah, it just ruins it.
Yeah, he literally ruins it, and he's not a real racer. That's another thing. I mean, I'm sorry, you're not. Don't act to be like you're a street racer. If you, and then he. That's why I bring him up a lot because last year he was saying we were afraid of him. We wouldn't invite him to cash days. Well, he got invited to every one of them this year.
Cash days is an open invite.
Yeah, and we don't invite anybody for one.
Yeah.
Put it out there, and if you want to come, you come. We specially invited him to every one of these fucking races, and he did nothing. I got something going on. Like what? First round loss at fucking Lancaster? No one cares, dude.
Sign autographs at PRI.
If you make the fucking tire rule, I've never seen. Ty, how long have we known each other and been doing this stuff?
My
5
sister's
years?
dog wants
4
my
or 5
autograph.
years.
The autographs of PRI.
I've never seen Ty turn anybody away
Yes.
unless it's a tire. That's it. Whatever you have on a tire. If you got Blake's car from downstate,
Right.
that bad motherfucker
Yeah,
that
come
he's
on
got,
with it.
and if it's on a 28,
Yeah, put it down through there. Let's
bring
go.
it up.
No one
Nobody's,
cares.
you know, all the dudes that come up here are pretty cool about that.
Yeah,
They're
no
not
one
like,
cares.
oh,
It's funny you say that.
I'm not racing that. That's a pro. I mean, even though we always hear that's a pro mod, I'm not racing
Right.
that. That's legitimately a pro mod that he would run on the street. They got another cool car too. They got his brother's car.
Yeah.
That Cobra, that's awesome. Yeah. And apparently they have a really good small tire car. I saw them going back and forth with the Massachusetts guys about trying to set something up in Albany, but it was, 12 degrees out, and the roads have already been salted in September.
So
you're
kind of screwed.
It's funny you say that about Blake, because Blake locked in the cash days, because we only did one cash days last year. We've only done one cash days every year until this year. But Blake locked in, and then he didn't back out, but he had something going on. I think the issues with the car or something.
Yeah. He just had a baby, too, so that's,
He's had like 5
Yeah.
kids. He's a good dude. But anyways, he told me, he's like, I can't make it, but I have a friend that wants to take the spot if you're okay with somebody else taking the spot. I'm like, dude, it's your spot. Do whatever you want with it. And Noah jumped in Friday at noon.
Yeah.
He's here fucking 18 hours later winning cash. He's like, how badass is that? Noah's a good kid. I like Noah.
With Derek Burton in his fucking
his
shorts and fucking
his church shoes.
he was coming from a wedding.
Yeah, of the wedding, and there was a jam on the interstate in Connecticut. His wife came with the truck and trailer.
Well, no, his wife was he was just going with them. So he was in the car with his wife, and they were stuck in traffic.
Yeah.
Going the wrong way. They're going to all meet him. They're just stuck there. They stopped on the interstate the other side. He jumped out and jumped over the guardrail with his fucking shoes on.
I thought they came with the truck and trailer and switched.
He just jumped into that truck and took off.
That was the cash days. We had to switch every fucking spot. Remember that? That was fucking tough, dude. We had to done until 6 a.m.
That when our best spot gets fucking watered down.
Yeah, thanks, Eli.
Thanks a lot, you fucking Canadian fuck.
Anyway, Street Race Channel versus Rowdy Racing. They tried to meme on us.
Airport Race Channel.
Yeah. They tried to meme on us. Miserable fail. Billy Hopscotch, Bill Hopscotch, Father Hopscotch decided that he was going to take old Ty off the page. Yeah. Big mistake. Ty's got 17 backup profiles.
Joke's on you.
Fucking boomer.
Get a load of this boomer. So every single one of my profiles got banned, and then before you know it, all of Syracuse is banned. Yeah. And then this motherfucker goes on there and asks, who's the admin of Blue Collar Street Racing? And he goes, well, there's about 10 of us. Okay, who are they? Oh, it's me, this guy, goes in, fucking bans them all.
Well,
If you're not liking their videos on YouTube, the same watch my fucking girlfriend drive my S10 part 14.
Watch my dad kiss my butt.
Watch my dad propose to my girlfriend.
Yeah. Watch my dad propose to my girlfriend.
So back on Eddie Grimes, trash in New York.
Right, yeah.
He comes out, trash in New York, so we decide we're gonna defend New York. We're gonna get a New York versus whoever the fuck wants to try us.
This is how shitty Ohio is. Their representative came from fucking Maryland.
Yeah. They were like, well,
he's like, our best guys in Maryland. Like, you just get every state? Cool, bring them in.
Yeah, New York will wax that ass.
Yeah, whatever.
Well, I like Tucci's intro of the video where it said, the time has come. Then he would send a message, anyone wants to fuck with New York. Like, that's the most badass shit I've ever seen. And then Tabor goes out there, pushes his shit in.
Real bad.
Then smacks him around after.
That was such a joke.
Did you see those $27 shocks he's got in the car, too?
Yeah.
Tabor.
No, Competition Engineering's two-way adjustable.
Up or down?
He's got
Dave, no compression.
He's got a Lakewood 9010 in the back.
and fucking Eddie Grimes is on there talking about how he fucking had somebody... He got an email, and he sent this because they added me to a group chat with like fucking all these guys. He got an email, and the email was from literally anonymousracewife@gmail.com. I was like, so Eddie, you made that up, right? That's your new Gmail account.
Anonymous racewife.
I swear to God.
Freudian.
I swear to God. And he goes, I don't want to say anything, but somebody mixed up a bag of clear Jell-O and baby oil and tied it to the front of your truck.
That's fucking...
And came out of the woods after your burnout and tied it to your truck, and then it broke open when you were making a pass.
And nobody saw that?
No, nobody.
He was backing up in the cloud of smoke, and someone just ran up and and tied that onto there?
Not only did they make a batch of Jell-O in the woods, they tied it to his truck.
That's where I make my
Who would bring Jell-O? There's so many different things. Water. Hello, water. We'll do this.
I'm just saying,
water.
I'm just saying right now, if you're out there...
Take a piss on the road. What are you talking about?
If you're out there, Anonymous Racewife, we want to have you interviewed.
Yeah.
So if you're
you can email us at rowdyracing@gmail.com.
Rowdy Racing.
Next for the fuck, marry, kill.
But no, legitimately though, that whole thing, I hate that no one really has brought this up about that whole thing. That where he like supposedly found that crap in the road, like where he was sabotaged.
Yeah.
Was 400 foot out. he was gapped by the fucking 50-foot mark. He was already gapped. Like, nothing was happening. You were getting fucking freight trained, and then you blew the tires off?
Not to mention...
And you blew tires off well before the 400-foot mark. So, like, just shut up, dude.
Not to mention how many times you've been in your truck even, and you hit a wet patch or whatever, and the truck goes a little sideways, right?
Yeah.
His truck did not go sideways. It just spun and lit the tires up and fucking smoked.
It spun dead straight.
Yeah,
And you can watch that video 100 times.
And there's
everybody
15
that was
different angles.
there.
There's GoPros, there's cameras.
And they raced right before and directly after.
Yeah.
So enough, dude. Just enough.
Yeah.
And that's why he got slapped around. So good.
He got fucking super.
He definitely got slapped pretty good.
He got fucking
the
Undertaker.
Undertaker came out of nowhere.
He got slapped out of racing.
Yeah, then
He's selling his truck now.
Yeah.
This is what happens when you can't meme. You get your friend's trucks fucking sold for $13,000.
Well, that dude from Ohio was like, "Oh, we're sending somebody with a message," and then afterwards, after he lost, we were like, "How'd that message work?" And he's like, "Well, we didn't send them.
Yeah.
We never said that."
Yeah,
Like, dude. I got 18,000 pictures on my phone. You know how many screenshots I have? I can go back to 2015 and find what somebody said.
Dude, he threw a message in a bottle down the Ohio River, and it got fucking that shit got gapped too.
You know, it's like we tell those guys, come out here, come from Ohio. What is it? 5 hours? You guys are way out. I'm not out here with you guys.
I can get to Ohio. Well, I mean, I don't know where they are in Ohio though, but you can be Ohio in like 3.5 hours.
Yeah, I mean, even say they're 5 hours, and it's like, okay, we'll come out here. We're gonna have
middle of Ohio, 5 hours. No. The furthest out in Ohio that we've ever been, like it takes like 7-ish.
We're gonna have however many
matter.
thousands of dollar cash days, and they're like, well, it's not worth our time.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
But
actually,
it's not. But they'll go all the way to fucking the north, the Midwest.
Yeah.
For what? You're never gonna win that.
They're gonna go to
For one.
They went to that race last week and got fucking tossed around first round and went home.
They got their shit
But
pushed.
you won't come up here with everybody says, oh, those cars are slow, they're nobodies, blah blah blah. But you won't come up here for a $7,000 cash days or $5,000 cash days.
We had 3 cash days. The total payout for all 3 of them after everything was $7,200. It was.
And there's only 8 cars, so you have a chance. You know what I mean?
You
can get lucky one round and get in the final. You know what I mean?
You gotta win for
Yeah, look how lucky Alex got. He made it almost to the finals.
Right?
he did make it to the final.
Yeah, there you go.
Against Van Norden.
Alex, that's what you get for not showing up, you fuck.
Yeah, thanks for that lock-in money. Me and Gwen really appreciate that
2
one.
for 2.
Wasn't how about Armandi? So he got Armand made it to the finals too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Armand.
And he got smacked. I love you, Armand. I just want to make fun of you because you're not here.
Everybody that's not here said they were coming.
Yeah, we're definitely coming. Yeah, you're not here.
Yeah, it was Jeff and Blazer Bob in the first one. Jeff won. It was Jeff and Alex in Run What You Brung. Is that right?
No, it was Jeff and the Blazer Bob.
And okay, it was Jeff and Alex in July and 29.5, and it was Jeff and Blazer Bob and Run What You Brung.
Right.
And then it was Noah and
No one Armand.
Armand in 28.10.5.
Yeah.
So, dude, it's
And Armand jumped and then was late.
the shit, nigga, wanna I think, Lou, it's been a while since Syracuse has won a cash. I think we got to get a few more Syracuse cars in next year.
Well, yeah. The problem is there's only one fucking Syracuse street racer of that caliber.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm making fun of myself the same way. You know, because my car ain't out either. But we only got one guy. So what are you gonna do?
I mean, it's cool that Mike's.
We got plenty of other people. You know, there's other cars. Or slower calibers, but to be able to win that, no.
Yeah.
There's one guy.
Dude, especially
And his son now.
especially
And hopefully his illegitimate son, that's me, at some point.
Noah's second pass there of the last. Oh my god, dude, it was so fucking fast.
It was by far not by far, but it was the fastest pass I've seen on the street.
Oh, yeah.
That I flagged on the street, for
Yeah.
sure.
If those dudes from Ohio acted like Noah will race everywhere. He races
will,
at the airport.
yeah.
He'll go to dude, he went to the Valley that one time.
He doesn't even talk shit on Facebook. Let's see.
You haven't seen a word ever.
You
He's
can't
the
even-
nicest guy ever.
You can't fight an argument out of him.
Right.
You can't even get him going if
Yeah.
you try. He went to the Valley that one day. I watched him make a pass there that was ridiculous on their no prep, which is every day at Lebanon Valley. And the next day he was here. And then the next year he did the same thing. He went there. He won that race for I think it was like $1,000 or some bullshit. And then went to he drove like 16 hours somewhere. Straight over. He's like, I'm leaving right here. I'm going straight to the race at 2:00 in the afternoon. Overnight, went and ran that one. Yeah, and he won that one too. There was just a video about that. Someone made a good video of that.
Yeah, we met him. We were gonna go to the first. What's the one in Ohio? The airport racing, the big one there, Midnight Madness.
Yeah.
So we went to that one, and then it got canceled and moved. So they got canceled because it was going to rain. So then we have to go 4 more hours up to a different spot at this Bill and Ted's Awesome Adventure bullshit.
Yeah.
You know. But here he comes from Connecticut, shows up to that motherfucker.
Pablo?
Oh boy.
You remember me?
All right. We have a podcast going on.
Love you, Chuck.
But if those dudes acted like that, the Ohio guys, like, you know, race wherever. If you want to go and run at the track, and then you want to street race the next night, and then you want to run at an airport, and then you want to go enter lights out,
Cool.
whatever. But
You're talking about Mike.
yeah, exactly. Oh, God, the stories of you and Mike.
But the thing is, don't trash a whole state because your friend got fucked on his own. You know what I mean?
Right.
He said he wanted to bump in second, and he got bumped in first, and his dumbass went. You know what I mean?
How about this? It's
Sit there.
not even everything he was mad about. He was mad that he didn't get a test pass because when his truck was broken, everybody got a test pass, which is I don't agree with anyway, but everybody got one.
He's all
Well,
mad.
they said we're going to let everybody get one, but we got until this time to do it. Yeah. Well, they gave him like an extra half an hour. He couldn't get his piece of shit started. That's not their fucking fault. We got shit to do.
He's all mad at the other Albany. There's 2 Albany crews. We have the Real Housewives of Albany with street racing, which seems to be everywhere. And there's the no steps guys.
Yeah.
And then there's the other guys. And then there's people who are good with each other. And then everybody's angry.
As much shit as people talk about those no tips guys, I like them.
They're good dude. You know what? Everybody from there is a good dude.
Yeah.
People even you have problems with those people.
He ain't never said nothing foul to me, so I got no problem with
Yeah,
that.
they're good. They're all right guys. Those crews argue back and forth, and then it turns into a whole shit show of where we can race and where we can't race, and then who can be here and who can be there, and they got their own problems between them, and it's.
Speaking of broken
whatever.
trucks,
It's
how
ridiculous.
about last week was Cash Days in Joplin? Was that Missouri, Jim?
Yeah.
Joplin, Missouri. I know it was
Broken
Missouri.
trucks.
Missouri or Mississippi?
I was laughing because I didn't know what you meant. I'm like, oh, Joplin. Okay, yes.
Yeah. So
I mean Choplin, like chop his fucking head off.
Billy and Bill from Street Race Channel call out Blue Collar Street Racing first round, and it just happens to be the very first race of the night. Fantastic. Live feed is fucking mint.
And this is the best part because it's fucking cold out on an actual street with no rubber whatsoever.
No prep.
Finally, these faggots got to do an actual street race.
Yep.
And they got
They
smacked
got smacked the fuck around,
by a G-body. G-body love.
and they went on their video because they made a video, obviously, because they got to document everything they do.
Absolutely. They got to document them driving down the street
Yep.
in their pickup truck with a trailer.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
600 train down.
Oh, what are we listening to today?
But
Is it
they
the St. Louis Arch we're driving by? Awesome.
they
We're so cool.
they took it and they edited the part out where they called out Blue Collar and got gapped by Blue Collar, and then they made a video, made it look like they were driving to the race, but they were actually driving home, and it was, they were saying
There he
that
is.
the truck, oh God, Nate's here, they were saying the truck was hurt, and they're going to a virgin road, but when they got there, they didn't know where they were going because they had to change spots 3 or 4 times because of cops.
Right.
So
The
they were
fucking lying pieces of shit.
lying ass
I hate that,
motherfuckers.
dude. Just fucking deal with what happened. You know what I mean?
It makes it worse if you do all that. If you
Right.
just take the loss.
Take
man.
Fucking lost.
Just
dude.
take,
Bro,
people will
there's-
respect you so much more if you just say, I lost.
The difference
That's
is,
it.
how about this? Not to keep fucking blowing on Mike or whatever, but he's fucking the only thing we got here. But like, these dudes have nothing but excuses. Everything they do. We were going to the 29.5, 10.5 race. We were out all fucking weekend towing Mike's car, the Chevelle around to come out there and fucking smack people with that thing, making all these test passes all over fucking Central New York. Finally, fucking a half an hour before the race is going to start, it fucking blows up.
That was that
You know?
nitrous backfire.
Yeah, it's all gone, blown up. Awesome. Something happened. It was unfixable
Yeah.
for you know what I mean. It wasn't that catastrophic or anything. Half an hour before the race, if that was Billy Hopscotch, it's over. No, he just goes back and pings his tank, puts a different tire on the Biscayne, and brings that out and races it anyway. He's like, I'm not gonna fucking screw you guys out of having a car. Let's do it.
Yeah, right.
That's a racer.
That's a real racer.
You know what I mean? And he didn't make no excuses. He didn't say, I have this, I have that. No, he brought a fucking car that met the fucking rules, and he got beat. It happens.
What I like about
And
Mike,
he's like, oh, that sucks. You know, whatever.
what I like about Mike even more is not only because of the fact that he's a real racer and shit, but obviously you're way closer to Mike than I ever will be. But I thought the Mike and probably before this last one. I thought it might be probably 6 months. I call him out of nowhere, like, hey, I want to go test my car. You want to come? Yeah, I'll be there in 10 minutes. He's down for whatever.
Yeah, always.
That was cool. That was cool as fuck of him to be there.
Yeah, we were texting like right before, like 2 weeks before. We were like, we're just, hey, it's nice out. It's like 3 a.m. I was like literally, like, I worked all night. I'm like,
Beautiful day.
Still up. I'm like, we're texting a little bit. He's like, I'm laying down. I'm like, yeah, me too. Like, it's nice out though. I don't know if it's gonna be nice tomorrow. It was like the fucking stint where it was raining all the time. Like, you want to test? I'm like, I'll be in the shop at 20. Let's go.
That dude is always down for whatever.
Everybody say hi to Nate. Nate,
Yeah, we have a newcomer to the chat.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello.
How are you?
How you doing?
Oh, God.
What were you doing the whole time?
I was at the SU game.
Did they win?
You're glowing.
They did win, actually. Overtime. It was pretty
Wow,
cool. It was
man.
good.
Wow.
All right, Nate. Do you see all the topics on the board? That's what we've covered so far. Is there
I see that.
Is there anything that you want to jump back on? Any of that? Talk about?
Well,
anything?
ask Nate the fuck, marry, kill.
All right, yeah, Nate. So we got 2 different ones.
Okay.
Motorsports Molly, Precious, Lizzy Musi, fuck, marry, kill. Go.
Okay.
Hey, time out.
That's what.
Whoever you killed, please don't give details how you're gonna do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
At lure.
I feel attacked.
I don't want to kill any of them. For some reason, I like Precious for some reason, but
Why'd you go to her when you said you don't want to kill him?
I guess I got to kill her because she's obviously third on that list. But I would say marry Lizzy Musi because I can get like free engines and shit.
Flathead.
And, yeah, definitely fuck Molly.
Scumbags.
I was just gonna say we're all scumbags with the same answer.
All right, now new one.
I mean, obviously Lizzie's fucking the hottest one by far.
Yeah.
But
For sure.
sure, if she wasn't, like if it was
Right.
Precious Musi, I'm marrying her. All right?
Right.
I'm sorry to tell you.
You know what? You're not wrong. On
Sorry to let you know, because you guys can make fun of me all you want, but that psycho's gonna ride the shit out of my cock, and I'm gonna ride the shit down the track with a fucking big ass Musi motor in that motherfucker.
Another one. It's
very true.
You know that new girl that Jay just got around, the younger girl. On the show?
Yeah, it's what's his face's daughter you're talking about. Yeah. The guy with the S10's daughter.
Yeah.
Eddie Grimes.
Yeah. No, not Eddie Grimes.
No, Eddie Grimes.
The other guy, the bald guy.
You have to have sex with women to make
It's the older bald guy with the S10. His
So
daughter.
her, Precious, and Trisha, JJ's wife. Fuck, marry, kill.
Okay. Man. I'm gonna kill JJ's wife, I guess.
Wow, unbelievable. I like how he starts with who's gonna kill. You need a therapist, Nate.
Yeah, I'd probably fuck Precious and marry the other one. Yeah.
Wait, sorry.
You're marrying the young chick there?
Yeah, obviously.
That's what Lewis said too.
Yeah. No,
What's
but why would you fuck Precious and not
I don't know, something about her. I just kind of like it. I don't know why.
the scabs? I feel it. I'm right on board with it.
Are you good? Okay, cool.
When you listen to the podcast, you'll know that I'm on board with you. If they don't edit everything I say that's funny out of here.
I just gotta add the name of that a few times. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
You have to what?
Nothing. You'll hear it.
Oh, good. Can't wait.
Before we're all
do
done,
some editing.
I'm gonna have you guys record like stupid words and shit. They're totally out of context.
So you can put it over the top?
Yeah, so you're gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna fuck cotton candy.
All right, Nate. Is there anything else on that list that you wanna talk about that we've crossed out so far?
Stevie Fast not on there. So.
I know. I'm not sure why. I'm glad you waited till I was here to talk about him.
No, we already went through that.
Oh, just
A
okay.
little bit. I brought it up.
You're like,
Wow.
man, we're talking
He's the
about.
best, so it's champ.
All right, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna retell the story so we can crop the whole first one out. Okay?
Okay.
You're gonna fucking say it
What are you doing?
Promise I'm not.
right away.
So it was.
What if I told you this was live right now?
Well,
Is this the?
I hope it is.
A different?
edit it because I said.
No, it's not.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
That's.
no.
I don't know another one.
God, we gotta stop doing
I
that.
didn't know this one, actually.
We should tell the Georgia one though.
We already did.
Yeah, we did. All right, so there's.
Yeah, read tell it. I want to hear it.
Just tell the
I'm gonna
story.
tell it to Nate.
I want to hear it.
It's
Yeah.
it's real quick. I'll make it
Okay.
quick.
Make a
Hey,
quick version.
don't say the M word.
Okay. It's first round cash days in
Masculine?
November.
Yes.
Okay.
First round cash days in November. It is.
Oh, I wasn't here for that. That's
no,
why.
Yeah,
Okay,
it was
okay.
the last race of first round.
Yeah.
Cops show up. Everybody takes off. I'm trying to find a car to jump in. I see a friend. I jump in friend's truck.
A friend.
He gets in the truck. He gets in his driver's seat. All of a sudden, another person gets in the passenger seat. Somebody jumps in the back passenger seat. I'm like, oh my god, I hope that last one's open. It's open. Open the door. There is a car seat with a cookie sheet on there. One clean swift. Pow! Car seat hits the window. Cookie sheet goes in the back. All of a sudden, snow globe inside this. And I'm like, what's in here? So I'm like, friend. Say I'm doing it.
Not bad.
I go, friend, take a left and take another left. Takes a left. Almost T-bones a state trooper. Wow. What a coincidence. This is scary. And he's like, oh, hey, blah, blah, blah. You know?
You almost fucked.
I know.
Oh, wait, you had to,
You did it right
you had to talk to the... Are you talking to the cop?
No,
Oh,
he's trying not to say the guy's name.
He's talking to the guy in the back seat. He's like, oh, hey, other friend. Is everything okay back there? And the dude is like glaring at me. And I'm like, I fucking help you, asshole? And he's like, you just spilled my fucking... You look like an adult. Like, what are you doing over here?
Who lays lines out and leaves them there?
So,
Baby seat.
On a baby seat.
here, there's a state trooper behind us. We just got down street racing. I had the old 9mm on my right head.
Good.
And I'm like,
Smart.
Okay. I'm thinking irrationally, I'm going to run out of this truck. Go to open the door, child lock. I'm like, now I am stuck in this felony truck, all right? So we get to a light, we turn right, cop turns left. I get back to rational
good.
thinking.
So you're okay.
I offer the guy, I'm like, hey, I'll pay you for whatever I spilled. And he's like, oh,
That was $5,000, right?
we take her, he's like, oh, it was like $30-40. And friend goes, you're not paying for that shit. That fucking shit was trash. So we get back to the meeting spot, and I'm like, hey, friend,
Take those friends
you
home.
gotta get these guys, get them the fuck out of my face. And he's like, yep, I'm really sorry about this. I won't ever come back. That's the story, and we're gonna cut out the first one. Sorry, guys.
Is this a mutual friend?
You don't know him.
Okay.
Anything else on this list you want to go down before we move on?
We're good.
No, yeah, that's fine.
good?
Yeah, we're good.
What do you think about cash days? What do you think about doing 3 cash days this year, Nate?
I thought it was great.
Yeah,
I think we should do more.
more than 3.
Yeah, let's do 20.
Nate, Nate and Lure, what is your thought on
Oh boy.
opening up the field from 8 to 16? Talk about this.
Well,
Talk about
yes,
this.
it'd be awesome, but it'd be difficult.
For one, I would absolutely love to do it. The biggest problem is a meeting spot, just to start. We barely have enough
that's
room
true.
now.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And our meeting spot is dope as fuck.
Yeah,
so
it's
I'd
very
hate to
nice.
have to move it, but to get off 8 races in a row, we would never be able to.
Yeah.
Not in our spot. Just not. We don't have it like that around
What
here.
if we did a Friday and Saturday night kind of thing?
That's a good
Well,
one.
we could do that, but then you gotta, I'm completely down with that. The problem is that we'd have to talk about it. Probably not even try to do fucking eight races in a row. Just bring the 4 cars for first round, try that. We have a hard enough time getting that off.
Yeah.
That's always
So 8 cars, in the first 4, then go back and hang out to the next 4, then go draw.
Go as far as we can.
Yeah, and if we get it done, we get it done. I'm down with it. Let's try.
I'm done.
But I think it's gonna be very difficult, and we're gonna have to scope for a better spot
I think what we'll do is
for unloading.
we'll do our 29.5, 10.5 race, keep it 8, and then if there's enough interest in Run What You Brung again, maybe we'll try 16.
Okay.
Because on the Run What You Brung one, I had 8 people send me money, and I had another 6. So 14 people sent me money, but I only put the first 8 on, obviously.
Right.
So we had 14 people interested.
Right.
And now we have more people that's interested in coming to Syracuse to do these races. So I think we could fill the class up. It would just be it'd just be a matter of letting them know it's our first time doing 16.
Yeah.
Work with us because our reputation
And
works.
be ready to stay overnight.
Our reputation works so well because we are quick, clean, smooth, no problems, no bumps. You know what I mean?
And like the best looking flagman in the country.
That's true.
Sorry, Limpy, I took it over.
He's probably not listening.
I would imagine he's not going to listen to this.
I love you, Limpy. All right. Let's go on to, we basically covered 2020 Syracuse events. We're going to try all things new. Is there anything new we want to try next year? Lure? Nate?
Anal.
No.
No.
Oh, that's not really new, but definitely not new for
You know what I
me.
do want to do? I do want to do we've been talking about it for years, the Syracuse racing chat.
The chat.
Yeah.
Chat days.
Yeah, that should definitely happen.
I think we should do that.
That would be really fun, except for like Futner won't show up because he's a homo.
Well, he's not on the street car.
Yeah, we should
The,
definitely do
the
that.
8 cars would be, obviously, you, me, Nick.
First of all, we all have to get our cars running at the same time.
Yeah,
That's the hardest part.
yeah, no, that's not the hardest part. The hardest part is getting Alex to show up after he says he's going to.
Right.
Yeah.
And getting Fred on the street.
Yeah,
Fred's like,
That's
Yeah,
true.
we do have to get Fred on the street.
yeah. I don't know what the
He
hell
keeps
the deal
talking
is with
about
that
it,
fucking
but-
homo. He needs to just let me drive his car.
So we get Alex.
There you go.
What's going
Should I go
on?
to work?
No, that's not work. That's my cousin, and she can fuck off.
Alex,
All right.
Alex, Andy, Armand, Bobby, Fred, Lure, Nash Winner,
Easy with the lure thing.
Santiago, Farewell, Nate, Primero.
Farewell's never racing anything. he's retired.
How many is that, Bobby?
Farewell's now married, and
Well, then we got
him and his
8 out of
queen
11
are
people we could pick.
they're off in their castle.
Yeah, Fred was excited to do street stuff with that truck next year. And I want to see it out. So
I hope he gets it done, man. That thing
I
looks
don't
like
think
it's
Fred will.
I just
street
want to
race.
see the goddamn kid.
I miss him.
What the fuck?
I don't think Fred will street race, so we can do 10. I'm not sure if Andy Bates would or not. He's usually crew for one of those guys. If all Buffalo guys come out, he's usually crew for somebody. So that's 9. So I'm sure we can get it. And Alex probably won't come anyways because he's Alex, you're a bitch.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't have enough essential oils to make it.
He's not even allowed to listen to this, so we can say whatever we want
He's
about
got
him.
no permission.
Yeah, zero permission.
Although we do love you.
Yeah.
Also,
Faggot. Anyway,
the Blue Collar Boys are a prep dealer for, what is it, Black Magic, I think?
Yeah, it's on the side of that SN95, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think Robin
sounds like
Sanders.
a porno.
Black Magic.
This time on Black Magic.
Got a soundboard, Jim? But they said that shit works way better in the cold weather than Skinny's does, so I'd like to give it a shot.
Hey man,
Well,
I'm
they
a
also-
Skinny's believer.
They also race on concrete out there, so
Right,
it's
it's a
a
little
difference. You know what I mean?
I mean, Skinny's were really, it was 37. There wasn't anybody really having that many
Nobody's
much.
fun.
Not terrible.
Even
you know
when,
what I mean?
Even when me and Junior were making test passes there, we were hooking,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So that covers that.
What's that one you got right there?
What's that, bud? This one?
Yeah.
Autographs at PR.
This is going to be a whole hour.
Oh my god.
This is going to be a good one.
This is the most annoying
I'm
thing ever.
gonna let Primero start this
Buckle
one.
your seatbelts.
Go ahead, Nick.
I just don't get it. Why? What the fuck are you
signing
going there?
autographs?
You know who goes to PRI and signs autographs? People who are important.
Right. People that other people would like them to sign things.
Send fucking, like, Kevin Mullins, and, well, he doesn't even race anymore, but, you know, guys that are significant, not even the show guys, but if you're not on the fucking show, half the people at PRI, they don't know who they are. Unless you're a drag
how about
radio
this?
superstar or 10-5
The guys on the
outlaw.
show, in person, will tell you they don't even fucking want to sign autographs there.
Yeah.
But
You
they
know
get
who-
forced to it because they have to because all the demand.
Yeah.
There's not one person looking at Matt fucking Rice or
Oh,
Race
that's
or where the
fucking
fuck
bad.
and Motorsports Molly with a fucking stock V6 third gen.
She's fun to look at, though.
You know what? I want to go to PRI now.
I guarantee she's the only one that signs an autograph there.
I want to see Mo Hall's car with 9 nitrous kits and
Right.
$40,000
Something
worth of
that-
Motec on it and shake his hand. I don't want to see fucking Matt Rice.
Right. With
I
what?
can go to the goddamn 7-Eleven down the corner and see him.
They got a fucking picture of his car. Like his car only had a motor.
That's like
It's a fucking pile of shit. It's literally a $400 car.
I'm going there with my 15 Silverado. Can we
Right. Hello.
Can we put that in the booth?
I got 170,000 on my 2500 with
Fuck,
rust.
man.
Let's
That's-
do this.
You know, everybody, and it goes back to
It's got nitrous on it, though.
nobodies that are selling fucking T-shirts.
Oh, it's the
Thank you.
worst.
Selling T-shirts out of their, their trailer. Out of,
He just said nobody's selling T-shirts as Ty hands him a Rowdy Racing hoodie. What? Guess what? Ty ain't no goddamn nobody. He big time.
something important.
Ty big time.
Everybody, I can't get into it.
Well,
I
the thing
keep
is,
thinking,
it's just so fake. That's the part that's annoying as fuck. Because, like, listen, as far as street racing, like, I guess he's, like, famous. The one kid with the fucking, whatever, Billy. Yeah. Famous for, like, 300 people. Like, he's nobody, though. Beaterbaum, you don't see Beaterbaum sitting there. He's probably one of the most fucking, definitely the small tire fucking king, right? He ain't signing fucking autographs, because what the fuck is that? I mean, you have a booth even with that car sitting there. We don't know that they would get people to come here. That piece of shit truck with some fucking 408 and some turbos on it, and fuck you.
Limpy, the guy who invented cash, ain't there?
Yeah. Right, because he's a PR. I'm not going there anyway.
If someone said to me, if I was...
Go to a show. Why don't you go to a street race, bitch?
If I was known in street racing for anything at all, and someone said to me, hey, we want you to come to PRI and sign autographs, I would be embarrassed.
Yeah, but no.
Be like, no, you have the wrong idea, pal. I'm not. That's not what I want to do.
That's not what street racing is. And that's the worst part. That's the negative to street outlaws.
I mean, if motherfuckers want to pay me, that's,
you know, those motherfuckers are paying to be there. That's the difference. Bill Hopscotch can't put a new fucking turbo on the truck because he paid them to allow him at the booth. You know? And he bought a new pair of fucking overalls.
We're sending him overalls. I'll fucking buy him. I got a car store right near me.
Follow A1. Oh, got it. There you go. Sorry.
Oh, you all right there?
No, I'm not. Speaking of traveling, let's talk about this one right here, Louis.
Syracuse. What is it? Going to Oklahoma next year.
I'm down for that.
Our blue-collar brethren have branched out and said that if we want to do something, let them know. We can come out. Hopefully racing Limpy's events, or even if it's one of Rowdy's, because Rowdy's pretty legit, too.
Couldn't give a fuck whose event it is.
Yeah, let's just go out there and have fun and party with them, too. Why the fuck not?
We're going to stop at Billy's house on the way home. We're going to drive right to his fucking driveway.
Right in front of his fucking house. I'll do a burnout right there.
I got this little next to Syracuse going to Oklahoma next year.
Oh, yeah, well, we're already 1-0 in Oklahoma,
Yeah,
and not many people know.
We're undefeated. It's very well.
Syracuse is Oklahoma.
Second season of Street Outlaws.
Second season Street Outlaws. Drag Week's episodes, last episode.
Mike Gwynn
from Syracuse goes down there with his fucking Chevelle on 29-10-5. True non-W's. Racing big queef. No, they were all cool as fuck.
But how many people
smacked him up?
So, to kind of go away from that for a second, all these guys that are coming out on the street and they're like, I gotta, blah 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 blah.
3-quarter race can, boy.
If Gwynn, they're like, oh, there's nothing bad up there. There's no fast cars up there.
Yeah.
If Gwynn took the other car,
right?
How much of a problem do you think that would be?
Oh, big problem.
Yeah.
They're gonna claim it's not street. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's the thing.
But you see some of this shit. They're racing like that one car, that big tire car.
There's a lot of these cars that aren't street out there. They're fucking actual pro mods.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
the other car is gonna be hard as fuck to get down through there.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
You know what I mean?
Fucking motor's the size of you.
Right. Literally. That's big boy. That's. I don't know.
But these dudes are. Oh, there's nothing up there. There's nothing quick. There's nothing fast.
Yeah, nobody's fast up there. But when we came down here, when we were 1-0.
You show up with that thing.
Actual fast guys.
It's like, oh, you want something to come out that's fast, and then it gets there, and it's like, well, it's not that.
Yeah.
I didn't mean that.
No, not that. That's a Doc thing. Doc, like Mr. Doc Z.
Don't get me going. There was a 200 comment argument about M1, and if
it's so bad. It's
you
not
should
even worth
run
talking
this,
to that
and if it's
moron.
one.
God.
Doc tries. I will say that he tries to do something, but
he came out of nowhere up when at one of the cash days in the parking lot, and he comes up and he says something about how good it runs. I go, "Who the fuck are you? Get away from me! Just get away from me!"
He used to do a lot of street racing. I mean, he was the big dick king back in 2000. Right. And he's done a lot. He's been ever since I was fucking 16 going to watch street racing and shit like that. I always saw him out, which is cool. You can't take that away from the dude.
Right. You know what? He is a nice person.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
He's just dumb. He's just a dumb person. How can he,
as time goes on,
Asperger's or something. There's something going on there.
I think he's been a little disassociated with what's happening and what's going on. And
when he literally wanted to look right in my face, dead in my face, and tell me that he thinks that fucking what's his name, with the Camaro, with the big tire blower Camaro came up here.
Baptista? No, I thought you were talking about the truck.
Fucking, what the fuck? No stiffs. The black dude. What the fuck? The black guy? Rowdy. Thank you. Jesus, why can I never remember his fucking name? Who was an awesome guy, by the way. I'm not talking shit about him at all. Awesome car. I love it.
Yeah.
But he looked me dead in the face, the fucking Doc Z said, and said, that dude will run anybody in Oklahoma over. I was like, you're out of your fucking mind.
No, that was...
And then Van Norton ran him over. You know what I mean? I'm like, dude, and I'm not talking shit about Rowdy. He's a cool dude. He'll never say that shit.
No, he won't. There was a thing when it first started.
You can't show up with a fucking 540 car and think you're gonna run people over down in fucking Oklahoma.
They were kind of chasing those dudes around for a while, the no tips guys.
Yeah, and
yeah, I get the whole anything can happen, but if you're calling fucking Ryan Martin out with you know,
A lot of things need to happen.
If
worth
you're
that.
calling Ryan Martin out with a 5.0 car,
Right.
a 480 car, you're not going to have a good day.
No, he can pedal it 4 times, go 450
It was cool.
on the street.
It was cool that Brody hung the biggest wheelie in Syracuse.
Oh yeah, no, Brody's awesome. I'm not talking again.
He's a
It's
good
not
dude.
his fault whatsoever. He wasn't the one that was fucking looking at me dead in the face saying he's gonna run over Chief. You know what I mean? Like, stop, dude, you're not. That ain't the car. That ain't the car to do it.
No, I agree.
But yeah, hopefully. I definitely want to go down to Oklahoma either way. But hopefully, we're gonna bring a car or 2 down.
We can't all get in a van and drive there. We won't make it back.
No, that'd be too much stuff.
I'm flying there.
Too much extracurriculars going on in that van.
Too much car seats and cookie sheets.
You guys
Too many goddamn car seats. That's gonna be a new sticker. Rowdy Racing, car seats and cookie sheets.
I ain't making it.
I'm wearing it, so you better make it.
I'll make Lure one shirt.
I want one.
Make your own.
I have to wear it.
I'm
And I have to
thinking-
give friend one, too.
Yeah, friend needs one as well.
At friend.com.
But no, I mean, hopefully, obviously, if we're gonna bring a car, maybe like Armand, we'd have to bring a car that's gonna be competitive, obviously.
Yeah.
And it's hard to really know if that's what that is, but hopefully we'll be able to
You know what we
get
gotta do? We gotta get all the guys in the chat out here. Everybody that would want to go.
right.
And
I think Armand would seriously go.
We got-
He seems like
I
he
know
doesn't
we
fucking
would for
care
sure.
anymore.
we got that.
I think we need to throw some money at him, though. You know what I mean? And get,
Well, I mean, if we're gonna,
Oh, yeah,
you know,
I
if we're all gonna go down and get the
Yeah.
fucking glory of him doing anything, he deserves a little bit of our money to help him.
we'll support.
You know what I mean?
Throw in for fuel. You
Throw
know,
in for
whatever it
You know,
takes.
hopefully he can lighten
Buy
that.
him some like microwave stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm saying, we can do whatever you want to do. We can even sponsor him as in quotations as Rowdy Racing.
I'm down for
You know what I
that.
mean?
Yeah.
I am
But
absolutely
here,
down for that.
as much as we can do, you know what I mean? I'm not saying give him thousands, but if we get a couple $100 together, $500, whatever, something, and then bet with him when we get down there.
Maybe Dave Crossman give him 2,000.
Yeah.
Well, Dave won't because it wasn't his
Someone
money.
else's $2,000.
Yeah, someone else's 2,000.
Even if
Between all of us,
We can
Yeah.
sponsor
Wait,
it.
you want with money?
Why don't we get? Why don't we just get Dave to? Why don't we just get Dave to go? He's he's a really fast street racer and everything.
That's true.
Those guys like racing for a lot of money.
And another,
They'll bet just $2,000, no problem. Yeah, definitely go.
Oh, they could pull each other down.
and obviously another guy that would go is Mike.
Save all that fuel.
Depending, we and him are talking. He's building a new car, and depending on how
definitely
that
that's
goes.
definitely the one I would like to bring, and I definitely know our mom would like to go. But what if we got a lot of the guys that would be in the chat that would be interested in going that have a decent enough car? We got that draggy. Whoever makes fucking couple of fastest passes, you know, will obviously be the. But the thing is, they like I said, they race on.
The problem is that you almost got to fucking bring a faster car down there because you're going to be able to turn it up down there.
Right.
We're running 37 degrees on hardly any rubber on asphalt.
Well, that's the thing.
You know,
So-
now we're gonna go down there. We ever seen the digs they're on? I mean, that's like the goddamn track up here.
So how does asphalt and concrete compare to each other on the street?
Concrete's always better, always stickier.
Okay.
it works.
I don't really know how it works when it's cold. I don't know anything. I don't really.
Still surface area.
We were on actually. We when we raced Chief. It was like fucking 38, 40 degrees out, and it didn't work that great. But we got her down through there.
Yeah, it's still. All right. So,
I think even if we can't get people to go as far as a vehicle or whatever, when they have another 3-day banger
we gotta go down there
where
and
there's
party with them.
fucking 45 or 60 cars down there, we'll fly out. We'll go and hang out.
Yeah,
I mean, it'll be a good
It would be
rowdy
more-
racing field trip.
It'd be even more badass to bring a car, even if
We'll take air farewell.
Exactly.
Be good to go.
he won't come. But
he's not fucking going
he'll
anywhere.
sponsor the plane.
He's going to get a hot dog.
What is bar
He won't drop that son of a bitch even in the fight.
Goddamn toes.
Squished his goddamn toes. He didn't drop that hot dog though. He was hobbling around like with a broken foot.
People are like, if you could go back in time and see, the creation of the country and the history, I'm going back in time to see farewell with the fucking hot dog and the foot stomping. I'm in for that one.
All right.
Oh, farewell. We miss you.
We do. Come back to us. Will you? What do you want to jump to next, boys? One of these three here.
Let's talk about the radial stuff.
Yeah, why not?
That's always a good time.
That's why Nate came.
We've all gone. We've all been there, I think, for the most part.
I actually got a picture of Nathan blowing Stevie Fast on my phone.
Yeah, that's true. I totally would. You wouldn't even need to fake it if you allowed it.
How about Nate being terrified to talk to Stevie,
my
but he goes and talks to Lee Pritchard?
was like, oh, vagina, get a whatever. Holy shit, look at that dick.
And he waited till Stevie lost to go over. He's like, hey man, if you're not feeling good about things,
Yeah.
your trailer for
I figured that was my best chance.
Oh, did you take the L? I want to take the D.
All right, so let's talk about some radio racing, boys. Go ahead, Nick.
What are we talking about? Lights Out coming up?
Yeah, we'll talk about Lights Out. You have coming.
How about that new class? That's what the hell they call that? The Doc X? DHP, yeah, DHP
How about
Street.
fucking Jimbo designing the logo for it and then getting snubbed on it? Let's talk about that.
No, I don't want to talk about that.
All right, let's not talk about
He's
it.
upset.
I guess we're not going to talk about
For a
that.
solid 4 hours, Rowdy Racing designed the new DXP logo, and then some fucking Pulse Mover jumped in and was like, Duck, I'll blow you if I can get on there. He's like, okay, sure.
His logo was awesome.
Shut the
And he had stock editing stuff.
What the heck's that noise?
Purge me.
That's like, that's Silent, what's that movie?
That's the Purge.
Oh, I thought it was, what's that one where the siren goes off?
Debbie Does Dallas?
No, not Purge.
Yes, it was
Debbie Does Dallas, right?
Oh,
I think
yeah,
so.
Silent Hill. That's what I thought it was Silent Hill.
Fred
Yeah,
Fairchild,
yeah.
when's the podcast timing?
That's literally getting called to work because we're getting
it's
7.5
now,
feet of
Fred.
snow.
Oh, really?
Tomorrow.
Fuck.
Yeah, I'm automatically going in tomorrow, but I'm
sucks.
still on call until like 8. That's why I can't have drinks. I got fucking that soda over here like I'm fucking Billy Hopscotch.
Mountain, all you can hear is the cups and the ice, and then when you listen to his podcast,
Yeah, you know that fucking homo's got. He's probably drinks Canada Dry. Fucking homo.
yeah.
Anyway, so DXP Street's gonna be a fucking cool class. I don't care what anybody fucking says.
Yeah,
it's
it's
gonna be
gonna
a
be
cool
cool.
ass fucking class.
It's gonna be cool. For
Those
sure.
boys are gonna fly. People think they're gonna fucking do nothing with this junk boot. They're gonna fucking haul the mail.
Yeah, I like
That's gonna be a cool class.
I like the idea of it, I really do.
Yeah, absolutely. You know why? Because turbos are gay and blowers are gay unless they're screws.
I will get on board with that. I say it's never. I'm never having another car or another blower again unless it's got no belts.
Right.
If it's a screw, I'm okay with
Yeah, we
it.
can
I
put a
don't
belt on that
want.
son
I
of a
don't
bitch.
want to fucking.
Yeah.
None of that centric garbage.
I'll
Unless
tell
it's
you
gear driven. Gear driven is okay.
Yeah,
Screw blower is
turbos
okay.
make power, obviously, but God, they sound so good. Wow, you're really making power, dude. Cool.
Let's talk about Marcus Bird putting
you wanna tell me-
0.89, 60
You want to tell
foot
me the
in Orlando?
fastest, what kind of car, the fastest big block
What?
on radios?
Well, restart what you were saying.
The fastest car on radios
Yeah.
in a Malibu.
Oh, you're talking about the fucking the 509 he's
The
got?
fastest car on radios, that's a Malibu. That also has
That also has
black
turbos and a big block
and
Chevy
turbos.
stock.
That's one of the
stock
fastest.
Is it Mark Mickey's? Are you talking about Mark Mickey's?
Lewis car, but blue, all right?
Yeah, he's definitely he's not the quickest, but he's the fastest.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, that's fine.
Same
No,
guy.
it's not.
Is yours?
Fastest is mile an hour.
Same car as yours.
Oh yeah, same car.
This is I mean, it's a little different. But
Yeah, not
It's
much.
literally the same engine.
Pretty much.
Mark came up to Syracuse, got
Really?
I'll go in, and he's
Yeah.
like, I'll take that one too.
Yeah, I'll sell you my motor for $4,000. You want it?
Me? Yeah, what?
Yeah.
Dude, two turbos and headlight stickers away. I'm going 360s.
298s. That motor wouldn't even push 298s.
one of those dudes was selling something. Klugger was selling something the other day, and it's like he's cleaning out his trailer or whatever. He's also a really nice dude. He's into gay Mustangs and stuff too, so he always talks to me about like 350Rs and shit like that. But anyway, he was selling something the other day, and he's like, got twin 105s, Garrett's, like the nicest turbos you can get. Twin 105s, I got 88s, I got 94s, like pairs of everything. He's got 12 fucking turbos for sale. Like, I think people
hate
forget
you.
the amount of money that goes into
Exactly.
making those cars work and making everything work. I've like told this a couple times, but we were in Georgia a few years ago, and who's the fucking dude that's got that red season? Alepa.
Yeah.
He had some problem and the fucking thing blew up like 8 times, and he was going from trailer to trailer with cash. Like,
Right.
I need a 481. I need a
Right.
481. I need a 481. And
Right.
it's just
We went down there for
it's a whole new level of
It
stuff.
was lights out last year. Me and Gwen went down, and we show up like on a Wednesday, which when we get there at like 8 in the morning. I walk over to go to the bathroom. Or I drove over to go to the bathroom, and there's a like where right behind the tower is where
Yeah.
all the UPS stuff is.
Oh.
There's 7 motors there.
Yeah.
Fucking 4 motors just Up on the ground. I'm like, what the fuck? Transmissions,
Deckers,
turbos,
anything
you want. Come on over, pick them up. They fucking don't even matter. The best one was Musi. Musi sends a fucking motor. I forget for who. Someone blows the motor.
I think it was Marcus Burke.
That was Burke.
They brought it there. They brought a $100,000 motor and a $1,200 S10.
A 4-cylinder S10 with a stick.
The truck was.
You can hardly move the fucking.
Yeah, the truck was squatting. The guy gets out. He's like,
damn boy, I got your goddamn motor.
y'all over a motor.
Y'all looking to go fast.
We were at Yellow Bullet a couple years ago.
Mark and
House must be a black man.
Special delivery.
for Mark and Buriano.
We're at Yellow Bullet. We walked by Decker's trailer. They got 2 brand new C7
God.
radial cars.
Decker's
I'm like
ridiculous.
trying not to have a full 3-inch boner watching these dudes, and I'm looking around the car into the trailer, and there's just Brad Anderson with his brand new PSI on top of it. There's like 3 of them in there just waiting to go. I'm like, I am in the wrong fucking life and business.
Well, look at their whole setup. They pull a stacker in on one side with a toter home. Then they put 2 spaces between them, park a fucking bus sideways in the back of it, and then go the other way with another stacker in toter home. Like,
They were awesome people too. They're nice
cool.
people. Everybody's pretty fucking cool for the most part.
Yeah, you know why? Because they work for their money and they're Trump supporters.
Yeah, they own a salvage company in Baltimore.
Right.
I'm salvaging the wrong thing in my life.
Absolutely.
Every race you meet seems pretty cool, except for us.
No, that's the thing. Like we go, there's actually more money in Outlaw 10.5 than there is in fucking drag rail racing.
Yeah, they gotta
if
work
you go
harder.
down there, well, it's just because most of those guys they own the car and they don't drive it. It's weird. But you go to like Maryland for like Door Wars.
Yeah.
These dudes are like they have more money in like their setup than they do their cars. They just like and they all just hang out and they fucking like smoke their cigars and drink their scotch while everybody else works their car. Like. I had to freak out on them before. They're so rich and pompous that at 3 a.m. they think that it was okay that they could have the fucking the music just blaring, and we're actually trying to sleep
Dude,
and
I've
like do something
seen
next
some
day.
wild parties
Oh yeah,
at Georgia and at Yellow Bullet after the fucking sun goes down and everybody's done.
yeah.
We were there one time and someone had the UFC fight live on the toter home next to them,
Right.
like broadcasting out of a projector.
Yes!
I'm like, okay, like that's pretty awesome.
Right.
And then we go to, like 3 trailers down, and there's a full fucking dance floor with smoke machine, and light in Georgia.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
The big races are crazy.
people are foot racing for $1,000, and I'm like, this is I'm never leaving.
The first time
I'm
first time we went to Georgia, we're fucking standing over there drinking fucking what's it called moonshine with the guys from the show. Fucking Chuck and all, and then and like fucking Dave Dean's puking on the ground, turns around, starts making out with a broad, literally with puke still on his fucking chin. Then we go across the street, across the fucking whatever the street. We go across the fucking street, dude, hammered, gone, out of nowhere. Like literally, I'm just sitting there talking, just drinking. It doesn't taste like anything. It's real moonshine.
That was
just like sipping. Chris Bales was the one I was talking with. He's like, "Are you fucking serious? What are you doing?" I'm like, what? Like, you can't drink that whole fucking thing. I'm like,
Sure I can.
I'm like, I just did. I'm like, I'm not even drunk. 20 seconds later, I'm like, holy fuck. What
400 pounds, I can do whatever I want.
I can do whatever the fuck I want, dude. I'm a fucking man. I'm hammered.
Have you seen me at Chipotle?
Yeah. And then we walked across the fucking way to, God, I can't remember his name. Really good dude. He owns a catering business in fucking Houston, Texas. So all he knows is steak. And he's got steak.
Yeah.
Just
He's got that orange Camaro, or orange.
He's with that car. Yeah.
Kenny Hubbard.
Yeah. Well, he's with that car. It's not him. But yeah.
That dude cooks some good food.
Oh god! So he's just now all of a sudden I'm standing over there I'm eating steak, the best steak I've ever had in my life, with my hands.
With your bare hands.
No, I have no utensils, no plate, and I'm just walking around the pitch with a steak.
That's when you guys went. You guys went there, and that was the February.
The February
race. It's fucking 30 degrees, and Dave Dean's in the pool. Everything is frozen across the street from the track. People are looking at you guys like, what the fuck? Everybody's got shorts on. You guys are like, what the fuck? What are these people doing?
It was right after we had a cold constant here of it was or less than negative 20 every single day for a month.
Yeah.
And like we get down there and it's like 45.
It's 40 and you're like,
holy shit out here. We're walking around with fucking sandals on and shit. People are fucking freaking out like it's so cold. They're like, what is wrong with you guys? Like, it's negative 20 where we come from. Like,
this is warm.
Negative? What does that mean? Like, that means when you walk outside, your nostrils freeze. Yeah. Immediately, you can feel it. Like, they just couldn't comprehend it. Like,
try to explain that to people. Like, when we go down there, and they have no idea what it's about.
They don't get it.
You know, they're like, that can't happen.
Yeah. Like, no,
it can. No. And it happens from September till April.
You know what 30 feels like? Take 50 degrees off that.
No, thank you. I'm not excited for that. It's just
before the wind hits you. Yeah. Oh, do I have a shot? Where's my shot? Yeah.
You got to go to work.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. Give me one. It's only one shot. Oh, hang on. I'm sorry, guys. I screwed it up. I'm not on call for anybody specific.
Colin's listening. Louis, you got to tell a story about when you're. I can't remember what track you're at, but they got mad as fuck at you. Or they got mad as fuck that Mike wasn't in the pitch or whatever, and you got is there a fucking problem?
Cordova.
I got a question after we tell that. I want to know, I want to hear everybody's opinion on something. Go ahead.
Cordova, Illinois. We went there for. Oh, we doing a shot. Hang on. All right, shot skis. Anyway, shots to Rowdy Racing and Blue Collar Comedy Corps. Yeah. Oh, never mind.
Street Race Channel.
Airport Race Channel.
Airport Race Channel.
Oh yeah, so we went to No Prep Kings. It was in Cordova, Illinois, and we were in the small tire again. It's our second one we went to. It's run like absolute dog shit. So if anybody, at least it was before. They're really, really horrible fucking people running that show. But, what? Oh.
Just a real piece of shit.
A real piece of shit. This bag of shit. A real bag of shit. So anyway, we go up there now. We have a car. It's got a 908 fucking rear Morrison and fucking 2 kits on it, right? And it's got way more than that. But we actually only used one, and we dropped the pill out of it.
Small block 1
kit. Small block 1 kit. Small block 1 plate.
It's my favorite drag radio saying ever.
Small block 1 kit. So we go up there, whatever. We run the first race. Not a great pass, but we win. Okay, cool. We come back around now. Or no, we win 2. So after the second one, we come around. It's us, a fucking turbo car, which is obviously takes no time to fucking cool them down. It's over. They don't have to do anything. We need time. We got to take it all apart. Take the drop the fucking oil out of it.
I remember that car.
Refuel it, everything. Yeah. So they're like their boy. There's boosted ego or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, that white and black SN95.
Yeah, which we gapped the fuck out of in fucking Kentucky. But anyway, they want him to win always. Then they got Hate Tank. And then they got a car that shouldn't have been there but he got lucky all the way through, and now he's there. So we have to run Hate Tank. They come up to us. You gotta be. We're just literally. Gwynn's still in the car. I'm pushing him into the lanes. You got 20 minutes. Oh, 20 minutes? Mm-hmm. We ain't gonna be there in 20 minutes. You gotta be. Oh, okay, bitch. So whatever. They walk away scrambling all over the fucking place. And mind you, I'm not a mechanic by any means. I'm the fucking worst person you. I'm good at fighting. And lining you up.
That's why we keep your...
I can fight you really well.
Where's the complaint department?
Exactly. You got a complaint? Suck my dick.
He's human resources.
Yeah, I'm fucking cock resources, all right? Anyway. So, I'm really good at backing you up. You know what I mean? That's about it.
Those are important things.
The boy can bang a light, too.
I can bang a light. I can drive pretty well, too, but, I wasn't there driving today. Anyway, so so basically Mike doing fucking everything. I'm doing what I can. Helping what I can. So we're like fucking 6 minutes late to the fucking lanes, and all they're doing is just sitting there waiting to see who's gonna get lane choice and shit. We come pulling up, and I'm like, just run up there, and I'll get the tires. So I walk up, and I look, and I'm down on down the tire, and I hear Mike doesn't get loud ever. I hear Mike fucking get loud. I didn't know what he said, but I heard him get loud.
Yeah.
I fucking stood up and looked, and I see everybody besides him just put their head down. And I was like, what's the matter? And Mike's like, well, we're good. I'm like, all right, just went doing what I was doing. Yeah. Apparently, they were all giving him shit and trying to not let him run for 6 minutes late to the pits after 20 minutes. And he goes, we drove 14 fucking hours here. My boy over there goes about 400 pounds. I'll beat the fuck out of everybody over here.
we're making a pass whether you want us to.
I stood up like, what's the problem? They're like, nothing, sir. All right, cool, bitch.
I met an hour and 20 minutes.
You can do whatever you want. And then we run Hate Tank. So we roll up, we get up, for some reason, I don't know if we hit. I mean, there's people at those events. There's a million people all around your car at all times, touching it. It's annoying as fuck. So we get up. Fucking Mike goes to pull into the burnout box. Fucking parachute blows out of it. Right? Does the burnout anyway. He doesn't know. I couldn't stop him. He does the burnout. I run up. I grab the parachute, shove it inside the car. I'm like, guess we're fucked, right?
Yeah, you better go.
He's like, dude, I don't give a fuck. They let me race it. I'll race it. I'm like, all right, I'll pull it tight. I'll back it up. So we back it up. I pulled it real tight, put it in there, close the door, look at the guy. I'm like, we're good? He goes, yeah, fuck it. I don't care.
I don't give a shit.
Like, all right, cool. I look over and hate tank guys are like, they're all pointing like, no.
Yeah.
They're like, what, are you fucking scared? You got a problem?
Yeah.
And they're like, you know what, race him. And we ended up losing the race, but at least we're not fucking, we're here, man. We're racing. Fuck them. You know? I ain't scared, he ain't scared, but my hate tank boys are scared.
Why is your parachute in your door, sir? Because fuck them, that's why.
It was in the back seat, if there was a back seat, and around the cage, and everything was fine. It wasn't going to come out.
It's in there. It's good to go.
And if it did, all I was going to do is stop him. Sideways. Oh, well.
That's what we call the old dirty 30.
The old dirty 30, Jimbo said.
Alright, jump back on radials. We're going to jump
Alright, back to radials.
Lights Out 11 coming up in February.
I can't believe it's at 11.
I know.
I went to 4. Like, that was the first time I got
Sweet 16.
Fuck, we were at 6, I think was the first one.
It's too packed.
I got out of welding school, and my buddy that was with me,
like 40,000 people.
I was like, yo, we don't have anything to do. We don't have jobs. Let's get in the fucking car and drive down there. And he thought his 14-second 2 valve was cool. I'm like, no, we gotta go see this. We're just gonna drive to Georgia and go to Florida for a week and fuck off. And that was like ultra street cars were running like 540s.
Yeah.
Now you look at it, dude. Fucking, it's out of control.
Yeah,
I'm gonna on the board here. I'm gonna write down some Lights Out guesses. Nate, I already know you got Stevie Fast Jackson.
Smart. Yeah, true.
Nate, who you like, bud?
You could put the champ, actually. That's true.
Radio versus the world.
Man.
Say cramp.
I gotta stay with the Killing Time car. Marcus's car is fucking flying, man. We just saw, yeah. Well, hey,
You going Bert?
yeah, I'll go with him. We just saw those guys at Orlando. We went there for a day and checked that out. They're moving. Yeah. They're going fast.
It's crazy that a nitrous car owns the fastest pass rate.
They just said they had that on that podcast.
It's not crazy. It's just the way the world works.
It's just cool.
It's just how the world works.
No, but it's cool because Rivenbark's fast as fuck.
Yeah.
Ferris is fast as fuck. And Mickey, Slavens, all these boys, Stevie, they're all fast.
Anybody can really get it.
And then Bert's out there. He's like,
yeah.
How's a 55 sound, boys?
Yeah. They're doing 899 60 foot. Right in front of us. Dude, it's like, where would that have gone?
You
know?
You know what's crazy? Even fucking Hancock. Like,
yeah.
Dude, that boy's fast, too.
That's a good thing about that class. You know, anybody, it can be anybody's game on any day. Mm-hmm. You never know. And there's obviously some more that are faster, but yeah.
What's up, Nate?
Well, let's not forget who tunes Marcus Burt's car, okay?
Yeah,
now, here's the thing. Hold on. This is a big deal. Nobody, all those guys before Marcus Burt was doing it.
You don't have to yell.
I'm excited, sorry. Like Hancock, Steve, Hancock, shut up.
Hand on cock?
No, like Hancock and Nizer and fucking Haney, they were going, like 371, whatever. And they were like, no, you can't go faster, you can't do it, you can't do it, can't do it.
74.
Right, and I feel like Duck, on one of his live streams, he was talking about Stevie Fast and saying, Stevie, huh?
So loud.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I'll talk quieter.
Back up like 6 inches.
I'll talk quieter.
R.I.P. headphones.
So, he was saying, he was talking with Stevie Fast about, he's like, what do you think about the rules? Do you think the nitrous cars are actually behind? And Stevie said, no, I can go at 60, what did he say? I can go at 62 with a 9, no problem.
Right.
And he was like, are you serious? He's like, yeah. He's like, all right. So then that's when the whole shit started with country and them and all that. And then that's when he got with Marcus Burke or whatever. And I think it's a big deal because once Burt went, a 65 or whatever, then all of a sudden fucking Hancock goes to 60, whatever. And then it's just like, I think once they just broke that wall.
Yeah.
And then it's just, you know what I mean? I feel people get in their own head.
Yeah, a lot
and they
of
think,
mentality.
we just can't do it. We can't do it. And then you just got to try other shit.
A lot of mentality. Yeah, you're right. It's half the battle is just not, I'm going to go out.
Exactly.
I'm going to fucking either go 50s or I'm going to blow this fucking thing sky high.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's true.
Nate, do you want to talk about your Stevie Fast condoms that you bought so he could feel like
well,
ribbed for
Stevie's
pleasure.
The ribbed for Stevie's pleasure.
All right, Bobby, who you like for Lights Out 11?
I'm going to Photoshop that.
Okay, good.
I don't really know if he's really competitive right now, but I mean, there's a lot of guys that are running a lot faster. But I'm gonna stick with Sitton because I had him for Sweet 16 and he made some good passes. So
I think he's all done.
He might
Is
be
he?
done. He wasn't at.
Did Barry come back? Is he back?
No. He's doing his woo. Keith Berry, right?
Yeah.
He's doing his woo stock thing every year, and I think he's taking a break for a little bit.
You like anybody else then, Bobby, besides Sinton, since he's not in? I'll cross that right.
Let's go ahead and get that one right out of there.
is Quartuccio still in?
He sold his car.
But you fucking know.
No,
that.
but somebody
Bobby, do
has,
you pay attention to anything that happened? or-
Bobby, somebody has the car.
I don't. Actually.
Exactly. I don't fucking know.
Somebody
I
has
just go down there to drink.
Bobby. Somebody has the cat.
I'm so.
All you gotta know is Stevie
So
Fast.
street,
Just say
I just
Stevie
can't do
Fast.
it.
Somebody has that it's yellow now. Remember we were watching the video. It's the yellow. It's yellow.
Yeah.
It's
No,
not.
that's a different car.
Is it?
Quartuccio's got
Oh,
red
that was
Yeah.
that was the black.
That's
and
Woodruff. Yeah, we're
Woodruff.
talking about Woodruff.
So you want to go? You want to stick with? I don't know if Quattuccio's car is still in it. I know he sold it though.
I think somebody's taking that. They're going Outlaw 10-5 racing with it because he's from up that way. He's from Connecticut, I think.
Is he up there?
So they keep all their shit up here.
You want to go with anybody else, Bobby, or you want to?
Ribbon bar.
All right, I like it.
Master.
Who's that orange, that new Proline car with it says Baby Eater on the blower? That fucking thing is fast.
Jim.
You already know. Roll back.
Slavens. I gotta go with I gotta go with Bobby again. I like Ribbon Bark, I really do. Lure? I know you like Bert, right?
Well, no, of course I do, but I'm not gonna do it with him. You know, I don't,
You're not gonna do it. You're not gonna do it with Nick.
It's a team decision.
well, I would do it with him. I don't want to bet with him.
If that's the case, I'm crossing out Ribbon Bark and I'm putting fucking Mickey.
How about is Fletcher Cox's new car still out? Is he
He's gonna be racing.
Yeah,
the 67?
Yeah,
That blue car?
That blue 67
I
Mustang?
thought he sold it.
I think
No,
he's
he
locked. I think he's locked in.
I'm gonna go with him. Fuck it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw Doug post that he's locked
Carl, in the background there, you like anybody for Radio vs. the World for Lights Out 11, bud?
I was gonna say Ribbon Bark myself.
You can still,
You can.
you want to pick him still?
Yeah.
All right.
You can just go with Scotty G's hood scoop, making over line where he does.
That's big
That's
facts, boys.
definitely happening. That's blowing sky high,
It's
definitely.
not a race
Scotty
unless
G's-
Scotty G kills somebody.
Scotty G's hood scoop
Stealing,
60s fashion in his car.
Dude, you know that woman that won in Orlando,
Now,
Nick, that car.
oh yeah!
That thing fucking rips,
What
dude.
was her name?
I think it's Melanie something.
Yeah,
I don't
Melanie.
know.
She was fast, dude.
Fucking beat Stevie in the finals.
She's from Buffalo.
Is she really?
Yeah.
Don't let you in here.
Yeah, she is.
Oh my god, we gotta edit
Alright,
this out.
Don't tell Alex whatever you do. Jesus Christ, will never.
You didn't know what they were talking about. Those guys were talking about it.
I think they race something else. She races like
Yeah, they
she races some pro mod series with it, and that's like her other car.
And she was the first person. She was the first one to win, but she was also the first side-by-side 50s finals with Stevie Fast.
Yeah.
Remember that? That was pretty badass.
Yeah.
I like- that's a good.
Well,
one.
actually, no. Before Marcus Bird and Stevie Fast did the side-by-side 50 final. Yes, they did.
Jackson won 60.
No, he didn't. He won a
Jackson
59.
went 609.
I feel like you're
Almost
making-
made it.
I'll look it up. We'll get confirmation. I'll be the fact checker.
All right, hang on. Now Nick said
Text him. It'll be good.
Nick said a couple minutes
He
ago.
doesn't respond.
Hang on. Nick said a couple minutes ago he wants to ask everybody's opinion on something.
Oh,
What it was.
not even opinion, but I just wanted to know. What's your first like experience with grudge racing? It doesn't have to be like, a fucking wild event where there's 100. It's
know-
not like J.R. Gray and those dudes where they're betting 100 grand
You know
aside down
what
there.
my first experience with grudge racing was, and I'm gonna stay local on this one. It was my boy, Jared Lure,
What up?
his F body, and this is where the old throttle burp was invented. Raced a Mustang GT with a saline blower on it.
Yeah, it was
ahead.
I'll wait till I got a good
ahead.
one.
Hang
Say
on.
the name before.
All right, this is the first one. It was actually the man.
Say the goddamn name.
Oh, Melanie
There
Salemi,
you go. Okay.
and she used to race. She used to race pro mod. They're saying here.
They still do. They have two. She's got
Yeah.
They got two cars.
Yeah.
Radio versus World card now.
Yeah.
I wonder what it's like.
But yeah, they're from fucking Buffalo, New York.
Let's
They got
call Farrell on
they
this.
got a lot of money. Yeah.
Anyways,
Yep, go
my
ahead.
first experience with grudge racing was Lure raced this fucking Mustang, and it was like 6 in the afternoon on our backup spot.
Yeah.
And it was back when we were racing quarter mile at the time because our cars were a lot slower.
Yeah, I had a 383
Easy.
LS with a
Easy on that one.
with a stick,
But
and
yeah,
he had whatever the fuck comes in his car. With,
it was like a
fucking-
GT with a saline blower.
It was a Kenny Bell. It was a Kenny Bell. It was a
Kenny Bell.
saline with a Kenny Bell blower.
Oh, okay, all right.
That green one?
I don't know what that. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck saline means. Who gives a fuck? It means slow. It means stay back there.
Just a pack.
You know, it says stay lean and blow up back there.
Stay back there.
But he had a bigger tire. He had a stick. It was a good run though. You know, whatever. His car was probably a little heavier than mine and whatever.
That Mustang stay lean. I like that.
Stay lean. So yeah, we ran, and then I had cutouts on my car, and I didn't open them up. And,
You open them up about 1,000 foot.
I pulled fourth gear, and I was like 6 cars ahead of you, Jimmy. He was like 4, but I opened it, and he must have given up or missed when I fucking opened them, and I just started whacking it all the way down through. That was because I don't do that to just anybody. He was a fucking douchebag, and it was like a big deal between like people talking shit about my buddy Mike that does all my work for my cars and shit, who's the only real motherfucker around this part really. So I had to fucking stand up for him, and we did. And we smacked the shit out of him. And then his brother wanted to smack me in the parking lot, and then they stopped holding him back, and he held himself back.
That and my other experience with grudge racing. I want to say it wasn't part of a race, but it was when I first got involved in the scene. Lou was a big dude. All right, Lou was at the time was 6'3", probably about 300. All right.
Nah, I mean, I've never been under 315, 320 since I was like 15.
All right, so 6 tree. We'll call him 6 tree 30.
Yeah, right in that range. Most time 330.
I was green to the scene. I just started. I was like 17, and I was.
Oh, this one.
I was 5'8", 100 pounds soaking wet, and I was small, so I had a piss poor attitude about myself because like everybody was like always picking on me and shit, so I always had to be defensive. And I walked by, and if anybody's listening doesn't know, I am the.
Sorry about that.
Everybody's walking by. Everybody doesn't know. Old Ty's a redhead.
Old Ties and Ginge.
I'm walking by Lure in the park. I never met him before, and he goes, "Hey, Red." I turn around. I'm like, "What's up?" He goes, "Carpet match the drapes." I go. "Why don't you stand the fuck up when you talk to me?"
Ooh.
Dude stands up, and I'm like, "Big mistake." And he's like, "You want to say that to me now?" And I'm like, "Nope." I was like, "Why don't you stand up when you talk to me?"
I was really drunk too.
He's like, "You know what, man?"
I'm not just always an asshole.
Yeah, he's like,
I thought it was funny. I was just joking with him. I didn't think he was getting mad.
Yeah,
I was like, "Oh, you don't get beat up too?"
Always, man.
He's like, "You know what, man? That's funny. Let's go get some Four Locos." But after that,
I was Four Loco drunk.
yeah, dude. After that,
Back when Four Loco was Four Loco.
after that, me and him became pretty good friends.
yeah, for
but
sure.
Everything's got to start off Lord Rock.
that was down at the race spot. That's what he's talking about.
Yeah, and I mean that was the first encounter I had with him, and the first encounter I had with Bobby. I'm down there. There's a motorcycle race going on. There's two Hayabusas. Okay, there's two Hayabusas.
Bobby doesn't look too excited about this story.
They're both stock wheelbase, both bone stock. One's got a 100 shot on it. Obviously, the one with nitrous is favored in this race, right?
Yeah.
The nitrous bike is asking for a spot.
They don't have a 100 shot on it. Whose fucking bike had a 100 shot on it?
Pee wee.
Oh, they ain't gonna. They had like a 30 shot. Anyway, that's more than a fucking bike makes.
That's what I'm saying. But that's what he said. And
Yeah, but he also drinks a lot of Budweisers. I drink goddamn Budweiser.
Goddamn crawfish.
But that was racist.
That's what he said.
It's funny.
But anyways,
He's the quintessential.
his son is talking shit, and I'm like, "Hey man, is it your bike that you're racing?" And he's like, "No." I go, "Oh, why don't you shut the fuck up then?" And he goes, "Fuck you say to me?" And I'm like, just why don't you just shut the fuck up and sit down, and just let's just watch this race." Motherfucker pulls out a goddamn Rambo knife. All right. I was like, "Well, that's not a knife. This is a knife." And I'm like, I go. Well, I guess tonight's the night I die. Dude fucking swings the knife, and I fucking matrix this shit. He ended up punching me with the swing. Bobby's fucking crazy ass. I don't even know the dude. Jumps in, pushes the dude, grabs the knife out of his hand. He's like, "You're gonna fucking stab him. You gotta stab me first." And dude's like, No problem.
Sure thing. I think he's in jail for the rest of his life now, too. Like, a little backstory. I'm pretty sure he's in jail for a long time for that exact shit.
So that was definitely the person to say, you can stab me, right?
Yeah,
he was definitely the guy.
Stabbed 1,000% down with a stab, for
He
sure.
would have got me and Bobby with the same knife.
Like a shish kebab.
Like a fuck yeah, exactly. Shish kebab. But that was how me and Bobby became friends.
He would have slept like a baby. He has no conscience.
And like a week later, that's when Frankie knocked out O'Connor. Remember that?
Yeah. Fucking. Yeah, that was funny.
Okay, going on.
Okay.
Nate, what was your first encounter with
Okay.
Judge?
Well, first of all,
He's got
a
some
little fact checking.
Yeah,
A little fact checking. At Virginia, the shakedown in Virginia, it was Burt won a 58 and Jackson won a 59 in the final. Just so we're on the same page.
So what was your
Okay.
first experience?
So anyway,
No, no,
I
who's
actually
the fuck? Stop sucking
my
his dick.
first street race.
Step back.
I'm
6
sorry.
inches.
Oh
You're
my God.
You can't hear that.
Dude,
well
you're
sometimes.
screaming.
It sounds like you're in a bullhorn on the microphone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there you
maybe that's
go.
the problem.
When you're
Put those
talking,
on.
you're
Give me
getting
the headphones. Okay. Oh, that's better now. Is this too loud?
Holy! Yeah, it's loud.
R.I.P. headphone users.
Okay.
Sorry, everybody on YouTube.
So anyway,
Nate's new.
my first
hear
actual
about
race was with Jim Lance. He probably doesn't even remember this.
I don't remember
It was when I first had the Subaru. Okay.
Oh, whoa, what?
The license plate, yeah.
It's when I first had the Subaru, and for some reason we met up at Thompson and all this, and we were talking with Jim, and you had your 11 or 12 or whatever.
My STI.
Yeah, the STI. Yep. And then Carl drove, and I drove out their fucking lives, just so we're on the same page. So that was awesome.
What happened to race Mike on your ex?
That's true. I did lose, which we could have hustled those guys because you didn't even bet any money on that one, which I was pretty upset about still. But that's what it is.
Pass over Pop real quick. You haven't tried anything on
Yeah,
that.
there you go.
Papa, what's your first experience
Don't
with
talk too
us,
loud,
brother?
please.
Oh, that's not going to help.
That was.
No, you got
That's not how it works, brother.
Oh,
Don't pull the inner tube. Go to the valve stem. Get closer.
I thought it was a microphone.
Yeah.
No, my first experience was with Joe DiMario.
Oh,
That fucker.
This is what makes a
Bob,
podcast.
you were there. The time was there.
Okay.
We were all there. That wasn't not the greatest. Like I said, the cars were a lot slower than
Yeah, we were slower back then,
now.
for sure.
But I got them that night.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can remember after that.
Pablo had a 66, right? No.
Yeah, the 66
66
Nova,
Nova,
yeah.
small block, nitrous
Yeah.
car.
Was that
Big tires.
It was a French Mary.
The what?
KU and gasket maker.
Was your Novo a postcard or no postcard?
What do you mean?
Postcard like the
Post.
like the mid
Two-door post.
The window did it have anything in the middle, or was there just two glass?
No, it was glass.
Glass, all
It was
glass.
all
Yeah,
glass.
so it wasn't
Yeah,
postcard
that's the first race, really, my street race. It was Joe.
Papa was also in the inaugural Syracuse Cash Days, actually.
Oh yes, it was me and Mike.
He was in the
were there.
finals.
He was in the finals.
Finals against Glenn.
That's when I raced Ross.
Yeah.
I wanted to race Ross for the longest time. He always say no.
That's why we called his car Spooky.
And then
Spooky Camaro. He was spooked on everybody.
To this day, that is still the best year I've ever seen because they changed the lead back and forth a dozen times.
Literally, the entire race. It looks like a bad movie. That doesn't happen in racing.
Yeah.
But then, I don't know how that's happening, but it was like, whoop.
And then when they told me I was going to race Ross, I said, "Oh fuck, hell yeah, finally!"
The best thing is Ross comes back like, you think Gwen will split it with me? I'm like, I don't even know if you won. He's like, no, I won. And he comes back like, no, Papa won. He's like, no.
That was pretty close though.
Me and Lou were leaving. We're going on the starting line, and I get a call. Ross is like, "Oh, the goddamn car died."
Oh, God, I left the bottle heater on.
Yeah, there's something sounds though.
I'm like, bro, it takes you 4 minutes to warm the bottle up. Just fucking turn it on when you drive to the race, dum-dum.
Bobby, what was
Jesus.
your first experience with Syracuse grudge racing, or any grudge race for that matter? Sorry.
I had a bunch of experiences before this one, but I think one of my biggest experiences that I remember to date was when Ross had his Camaro, and it was like Walter Brooks. I don't know who he was with, but there was two other guys in like a fucking
Yes, white Camaro.
Benny.
Benny. It was Benny.
And they're talking all this shit they had like a red Firebird or something.
Yes.
Me and Dave Felicia
Yeah.
told Ross he had to race him, And he goes, oh, I don't think I should. And I go,
Yeah.
Dave goes, I'll get my toolkit out, tag electrical tape. I said, yep. Me and Dave Felicia, me, Lou, and Dave are no mechanics, but we are wiring an actor's kit in the parking lot with a screwdriver and electrical tape.
On an LT1 Camaro with a hot cam and a little tire. He had a fucking 27.85 on it or some shit. With a stick, and all he did was just literally flat-foot it and dump the clutch. And he had literally would run 7 pounds of air in the fucking tire. It would just squat, smack the rim, and take off. No! It made no power either.
These dudes all showed up in a tow truck with no car on the back. They're threatening everybody. They're like, we're gonna fucking kill all you.
Remember the one dude said, I normally hang out over here when I was younger, and I'd be standing here talking to you with a girl sucking my dick in the parking lot. Oh, motherfucker, ain't nobody sucking that fucking dick, bro. If they do, they're hitting their head, their forehead on your fucking fat gut, dude. Get the fuck out of here.
The heavier guy, right?
Huh?
The heavier guy.
The big fat fuck.
Yep.
Walter Brooks didn't really say much. He was just kind of hanging out.
He just hung out with us.
He was, you know what the best part was? He was wearing a Michael Jackson t-shirt.
Yes, he did.
Here's the worst part. He called us a bunch of Michael Jackson dick-sucking faggots. And I go, bro. He goes, yeah. I go, look at your shirt. He's like, man!
Then they pick. They're like, oh, I'm holding my money. I'm holding our side. I'm like, well, I'm holding my fucking side then, whatever. He's like, all right, let's go down together and call it. I'm like, I gotta get in this sketchy ass truck with this dude. We're like, whatever, And then I'm not scared of nobody, but I was 21, and these dudes are 40, and they're like, I'm in their car. There's 4 of them. I'm like, I'm gonna get raped today. I'm like, but they're gonna know. Someone's gonna know. Someone's gonna know they were in this fight, but I'm probably gonna lose. So we get down to it, and they race, and he's like, I thought that was only a 75 shot. I'm like, I think it's a 150. And he's like, he told me 75. I'm not paying. I'm like, I think you guys still got to pay for that, actually.
It doesn't work that way.
Yeah, he was like, you still got to pay for that. He's like, yeah, but when we get back, I'm going to fuck with him and tell him I'm not paying, all right? All right, do what you want to do, bro. He handed me the money in the car.
I do remember them coming back, and Walter, he gets out of the truck, and he said, wow, but he said in the funniest way, he's like, wow.
He's still got his fucking fishing hat on.
He's like, we talk all that shit about motherfucking gas.
They talk shit for hours. Literally, it was 7 a.m. when that fucking race went off.
10 o'clock, and we didn't get the race off till almost 6:30.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that was the best.
That was one of my
funny.
top favorite fucking times we had way back in the day.
That's when we used to race all night long.
Oh yeah, we were slower cars. It was easier to do.
What was your most memorable moment in racing, Lou?
The one that always comes to mind is I just got the automatic put in my 4th gen, and it was a TH350, and we were waiting for the cross member. Oh.
I'm gonna time you out. I don't mean to interrupt you. You had that car. You bought the automatic put in it.
Yeah.
And you dropped the valve spring one night. Remember this? Lure calls me. He's like, bro, what are you doing? I'm like, driving Thompson. He's like, where are you? I'm like, James Street. He's like, hang a left down Teal, come get me. I'm like, I'm in the Fox body. He's like, yep, come get me. Okay. I pick up Lure, again, 6'3", 330, and fucking Don Peck before he lost all his
So he's 5'10", 440.
Down in the back, and Lure in the pasture, the Mustang's like,
He blew a clutch. First time the Mustang hooked.
I used to make test pass Lure in the passenger seat.
Yep, every time. He's like, what do you think about that? I'm like, I think you're going to have to do it without me in it.
You're going to be in here. All right, go on. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's all right. So, where the fuck was? Oh, so I had just gotten it put in, but I ordered the cross member to hold for the transmission. It wasn't in yet. Well, Mike, being Mike, was like, I built you one. I'm like, huh? He's like, we'll put the other one in when it comes here, but I wanted you to be able to drive it, so I just built you one. I'm like, all right, cool. So I can race it? He's like, fuck yeah, you can race it. I'm like, all right, cool. So I go out, and it was Nardo. Nardo fucking talking all this shit. I smacked him when I had the stick in it, and then he was talking all this shit for a rerun because he fucked up or whatever the fuck. Oh, you know what? I jumped him, and he fucking chased me, so he was all mad. So he wanted to race, and he made a stipulation back then that we can't jump. I'm like, all right, whatever. And he's like, well, then I show up, and he sees it's the automatics, and he's all mad. I'm like, dude, I mean, I didn't tell you that I didn't fucking change my transmission, whatever. He's like, well, you gotta do something, like, you gotta put somebody in your car. I'm like, okay, fine. Like, whatever. You're a fucking DSM piece of shit anyway. I'm like, yeah, no problem. Who do you want? I'll put somebody in my car. And I start looking around, and he goes, I pick. I'm like, great. Now Nardo's fucking 6'5", 500 pounds. I'm like, he's gonna have a brother that I didn't know. He's gonna put this turd of a human being in my fucking car. No, he picked some random girl that neither one of us know. And he walked over to her and was like, would you ride with my friend during a race? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, why would she say yes to that? Like, especially me. I don't look exactly like somebody you want to ride with if you don't know me. You know what I mean? I'm like, and she just walks over like, I guess I'm riding with you. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And it ended up being hilarious, but it was really fucking weird. I'm driving, and I have to drive my car on fucking 3 miles to this race. No, just dead silence, like, was
she fat or something?
No, she wasn't. No, she wasn't.
Why wouldn't you pick? Why wouldn't you pick? No, I'm saying why wouldn't you pick a fat person?
That's what I thought he was going to do, was pick some fat dude. He thought it was going to be weird, make it weird, awkward.
like this.
Which it was awkward until I started doing the burnout. I'm back to business, dude. I didn't even know she was there. Yep. I know the only thing I did is I did the same thing when I pulled third gear. I reached down, opened the fucking cutouts open. I go, we win. That's all I said was we win, and she just laughed. But it was funny that we used to do shit like that, like all the just weird, goofy shit.
Primero, why don't you answer your own question? What's your first?
So
I want to know two things. I want to know your first encounter with. I keep saying that encounter with grudge racing. And I want to know your first memorable encounter was Syracuse grudge racing. Go ahead.
That was Syracuse grudge racing was when Lure moved in with me.
Yep.
And I didn't even really know the fucking guy at the time.
That was the best part.
We kind of we talked online a little bit, and he's like,
I had never met him, but I lived in his house.
Yeah.
Like before he lived in
know each other.
I hadn't even moved in yet. I moved in his house before him, and I hadn't met him yet. We literally we talked on the phone once. We texted a little bit. We talked on the phone one time.
We bought the fucking house, and we were still trying to get everything done. And you posted on Facebook that you were looking to move to Albany. Yeah. And I'm like, perfect opportunity. Yeah. I got a new $1,500 a month mortgage, and I'm fucking poor. So this will be great.
Yeah. Makes poor.
And I'm looking at places, and it's like a fucking single apartment with no utilities for $980 a month. I was like, what the fuck, dude?
I think we were I was like, what are you looking at? Where do you want to live? And how much do you want to spend? And he's like, house $700. I'm like, that sounds great. I'm cool with that. You're cool with that. And I'd seen pictures of him, and then I show up, and it's him and his dad bringing the stuff in the house. I'm like, this dude's going to kill me. And he's going to throw me out, and this is my house now. Get the fuck out. Rebecca's in the passenger seat. She's like, who the fuck is that? I'm like, that's our new roommate. She's like, good. She's like, good job. Good fucking job. She's like, you don't even know this guy? I'm like, I mean, he's in the car, so he's probably pretty cool. I'm like, all right.
My mom was like, who? Like, they were talking to me the whole way down. Like, who is this guy? Like, you know him? Like, not really. Kind of. Like, we talked a little bit. I know what his voice sounds like.
We like each other's pictures on Facebook.
Right, exactly. I might have given him a heart react once.
Yeah. So, funny story about that. 6 months after he moves in, were you there, a year and a half, maybe?
Yeah, a little a year.
Lure had to carry my transmission down the basement stairs. We broke the basement stairs with him carrying it. He's like, I got this. Get out of the way. Well, he picks it up off the pallet and just walks through the house with it. I'm like, I guess he's got it.
Well, we picked it up together at first, and I was like, this is going to be... I remember his basement stairs are really steep.
Very narrow. They're like the bar.
Right.
They're very narrow.
They're narrow and they're steep, and I'm like... Man, I have a hard time if I going down them by myself. If I gotta lean my fat ass forward to hold this thing, it's not gonna work. I might as well just do it myself.
He's holding the transmission. Steve's trying to bite him.
Yeah, Steve got me nipped me a couple times.
Yeah. So that was the first time with Syracuse was really meeting him, and then he was like, "Yo, I got a bunch of racing going on tonight." And I remember seeing pictures of his car and everything, and I'm like. I'm trying to one up him. I'm like, yeah, well, we got stuff here too. There's some shit going on in the spot here, and da-da-da-da-da. And he's like, yeah, cool, whatever. We'll come out here. I'm like, all right. I didn't know anybody out here. Yeah. And came out, and I'm just being quiet, just watching. Don't know what the fuck's really going on here. I mean, I've been around street racing, so I know just to stay out of the way if I'm not involved. And that was when you yelled at that dude.
Yeah, that was the
10 minutes after I'm here, he's like, you better shut the fuck up, or I'm going to fuck your girlfriend in your car. I'm like, all right. Well, I'm like, this is...
My roommate, everybody. Hello, I know.
Yeah. And I wasn't kidding.
I'm just like, oh, okay.
Who was it? It was, remember, we just said his name.
Skurpsky's girlfriend.
Oh, well, the thing is, he said something stupid to me, and I turned and started fucking laying into him, and his girlfriend goes, ew. Like that. I was like, I forget what I said, something so horrible to her, and I actually felt bad afterwards.
You apologized.
I texted him. I texted him like, dude, I want to apologize. This is fucking. I was terrible. I meant everything I said to you, but I don't even know your fucking girlfriends. I shouldn't have said that to her. And he was like, no, I understand. I didn't mean to do anything. I go, stop talking to me.
Yeah, just say sorry. Just accept the sorry.
No, you don't have to accept it. I'm just letting you know. You know what I mean? I fucked up, but you can go fuck yourself.
There was that, and then like 6 months later, I'm arguing with somebody on Facebook, and they're like, I know where you live. I'll come right there. And Laura comments on it, and he goes, we'll be waiting. I was like, I got my own security system. I can do it. Not
only did I say that, I'm sitting there with a KSG with 15 rounds of 12 gauge in my room at all times, and I'm always standing outside with a knife in my pocket, smoking a cigarette.
In his underwear.
In my underwear.
Like on the front lawn. Dude, people walk by in between. I look like a criminal. I'm a pussy, but I look like a criminal.
Right. We're all bearded up and tattooed up. We look like scumbags.
I'll walk out to get the garbage cans in my underwear, and people walk by, and they're like, what the fuck? And then they see Lure in his underwear, and they're really like, what the fuck?
You know what? Just because you're a piece of trash, just because you're a piece of trash doesn't mean you can't achieve great things.
Yeah.
It's called a trash can, not a trash can.
Oh my god.
Rebecca's like, nobody's gonna break into this house. I'm like, I think we're pretty good.
And if they do, that when they come to the door, they're in my room. Like, what's up, bro? How are you?
I used to think Lure was dying. At night. I would go.
Oh yeah.
I have the sleep apnea.
We had a fucking. We got
apnea too.
We got a Jack and Jill bathroom with 2 doors on it, and it's about the size of this bar also.
Right.
And Rebecca would go downstairs in the middle of the night, and she would come upstairs and be like, I can't get in the bathroom. The door's locked. And I'm like, go through his room. He's not going to wake up.
Nor would I care.
She's like, no, I don't want to go in there. I'm like, he's not going to wake up. I'm like, you could go in there and jump on the fucking bed. He's not going to wake up. Listen to him. He sounds like he's dying in there.
I think he's in there eating a deer.
And the deer's not dead yet.
One night she's like, he's not snoring. I'm like, he might be dead. Like, if he's not making noise, you better fucking check on him. But you were fine. I don't know what you did, but
That's how it was in Georgia, dude. Me and him had to share a bed, and like, so Lure's way bigger than me.
Yeah.
And
probably in a queen size.
It was.
I'm taking up the whole bed, and Lure's like in a ball. But I woke up middle of the night like 5 times, and he's like,
yeah. I tapped his leg. Dude, he breathes faster than fucking Steve. He's like, I'm like, he's dying. He's gonna fucking die in the house, and we're gonna have to get the crane to get his ass out of here. I was genuinely nervous a few times when I came downstairs.
I would tap his leg like, yeah, hey bro. He's like, yeah, well, what's up? And I'm like, no, you're just making a lot of noise. Like, no. He's like, no, I'm good. And I woke him up middle of the night. No,
why'd you wake me up?
I don't even think
I was fucking dying.
I don't even think I woke him up this time. We both like kind of simultaneously woke up, and Forgetting Sarah Marshall was on, and I'm sitting there
Which
watching
is an amazing movie.
And I'm half asleep, and I'm like trying to go back to bed, and all I could smell was Lure's feet.
Well, for one, we went fucking feet to head of the bed.
Yeah, we had to because I kept following him. That's why.
Yeah, cause I wake up and he'd be on my asshole. No. He's like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, I mean, no, just fucking bring me to dinner first. Jesus.
So I wake up one night, middle of the night, and I'm like trying to fall back asleep, and he wakes up. He's like, "Yo, Ty." I'm like, "What's up?" He's like, "You know what the state fish of Hawaii is?" What? He's like, "State fish of Hawaii." I'm like, "Huma huma nuga nuga pua." He's like,
"Yeah, bitch."
And he gets up, goes to the bathroom, and he's in there for a few minutes, and then he comes back out. Toilet never flush, and I'm like, I listen. I'm weird.
Yeah.
He comes and he's like, forgot my phone. I don't want to be in there alone with my poopies. I was like, yeah, you do you, pal.
It's there, you're stuck reading shampoo bottles.
I know, what are you going to do in there?
What did we do before, like...
I have no idea.
2000 whatever, when there was fucking smartphones.
You would go in there and shit and get up and leave.
Yeah.
Jimbo, do you want to talk about...
Hold on, I got one more.
Okay, go ahead.
I got the actual first real grudge racing I ever saw and did. We got sidetracked on Lure sleepiness.
Yeah, Lure dying every night.
So I used to race this fucking modern Hemi bullshit series when I was really slow, way slower than I was now. I had a 5.7 NA car that went like 11.1 in 2010. So we went to Georgia for a race. I drove the car down there, snowing here, drove it in the snow. We get there. We're at Darlington Dragway. And if anybody knows about grudge racing now, that's like that's the epicenter of it.
King of grudge.
So we got like the few Hemi cars that are there and everything and fucking around, and I start seeing all these cars come in, and I'm like, what the fuck what is going on here? Walking through the pits, there's a lot of people that have dollar signs drawn on their windows in, like, you know, track marker, NT dollar sign. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Well, the event was the next day, and we rented out the track the day before to test and everything. And after we were done testing, they had, like, Saturday night grudge racing. And there was cars that were literally hitting the fucking wall, driving back in the lane, hitting the wall again, and going. Like, I mean, it's the stuff that we see and know now.
Oh, so Dirty 30 was there.
Yeah, exactly. Except they were fast. And, you know, 10 years ago, I'm like, you know, 20 years old seeing this shit. I've never seen anything like this before. My mind is blown. I'm like, I don't even know what's happening right now. I don't know what these guys are doing. I don't know what there's people punching each other. They're screaming about money. You know.
I want to ride, y'all.
Yeah, I had no idea. And the hard way I found out, I was probably at the maybe 40 feet out of the line. And this dude at the track was like, don't stand there. And I'm like, don't stand there. I'm like, it's a standing area. What do you mean don't stand there? And
the sign says stand.
I'm like, whatever. I'm like, whatever, man. Don't worry about it. So Fox Body comes up, another car. I don't even remember what the other one was. And I'm watching it. And so I see it double bulb, and I turn to look down the track, and this fucking guy went by me with the fronts in the air and like 3 feet of nitrous flames out. And it burned the hair off the side of my face. I was like, what in the fuck just happened? I turned around, he's like, I told you not to stand there. That was like my real first, like, after I saw that, I'm on Google and I'm like, Carolina grudge racing.
Yep.
Trying to find shit, because I'm like, this is the coolest fucking thing I've ever seen. And that's kind of like what got me into it.
Nick bought all the Carolina NT shirts and stayed inventory.
And a bunch of, like, skin stuff.
Yeah. Definitely had to aloe up the next day.
Jim, you want to talk about your first grudge racing incident?
Really don't have anything really whopper except at the races when I jumped on that grasshopper.
Grasshopper?
What happened?
Now you gotta tell it. You can't.
Well, you gotta go to a mic.
All right, well, it's not about racing. It was just us being stupid and misbehaving.
Well, yeah, we are stupid. Let's do this.
Yeah, I did the little fucking dance. And I was like,
Oh no, I think the story that your first grudge racing we can't tell. What's about Frankie Hester? Remember that?
yeah, we can't tell this.
We can't tell that story. I'll tell it off
What I
air.
was avoiding.
It's pretty funny. All right, so let's move on. Next topic, boys.
Yeah, thank you.
Unless Carl and Thunder. No, you want to skip? Thunder, you want to skip? All right. Nate went. Daisy, you want to get this one?
Me?
You want to tell your first graduation story? Jump on Nick's mic right there. Come on. What's your thought about your grudge racing? What do you think about Syracuse
Oh my
Cash days?
God.
What do you like?
When Papa brought me for the first time, all I could think of is, what the fuck did he get me into?
Pablo's like, yeah, I know.
Was it the first time? Was you at where Bobby used to live, right?
And Margaret showed
Yes,
up.
Your
yes.
sister
Oh,
was
my
there, and I was
sister.
fucking.
Yep.
I was saying everything sexual in the world to her.
I think everybody was.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I was just like,
That was when Lord Biley was a lot smaller. I have to say that. That's when he first met you. Bobby's house.
nah.
Oh, it was Bobby's house.
Oh.
That night ended with cops, all kinds of
Yeah,
cops
that night we all
that
got
night. Yeah, that was my
Arrested,
first one.
yeah, quote,
Yep.
unquote. All right, so
That's a good one.
that was
That was the night that Gwen made that dude from up north fucking cry a river.
Eli?
Well, he didn't really cry. No, not Eli. I forget his name.
Oh,
He has he was actually at the cash days last time.
Dean Murdoch?
No, he's got the Regal, the silver Regal.
Oh, Andrew Mathis?
I don't remember his name. He actually's a really good guy. He was just his friends were really fucking mad. Yeah, Matthews or whatever the fuck I don't remember. He's a good dude though. He was cool. But anyway, he has that fucking Regal with a
G body, right?
big old. It's like a 580 or something.
It's got no exhaust on it.
Yeah, it's got fender exits.
Loud motherfucker.
The fender exits on it. Yeah. And Gwen made the fastest pass he's ever made in that fucking Biscayne. That thing like literally left wheels in the air. He grabbed the second kid as soon as he pulled second gear, and it hooked like it never does, and it was fucking gone. And he's like, I don't know, that fucking loud motherfucker was on my door, and I was waiting for him to just go by me like I was standing still, and it just didn't happen. That was the night that when he did the burnout, he goes, yo, my pump won't turn on for the nitrous.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay. So we'll just, not race then. He's like, no, we're racing.
Yeah.
Like, huh? He's like, blow it up, fuck it.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
This is the most grudge.
Just some dry nitrous.
We're just gonna throw fucking 350 dry at this thing. Fuck it.
Alright, I'm actually gonna cross this one off.
Oh, that's a secret.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, so we're gonna start.
Shouldn't be.
We're gonna start with.
Oh, smart. I'm glad you sold the kit, though. Fucking guy.
There's no sense.
I wanted a better one.
There's no
one that wasn't Nate.
one that wanted the one that wasn't.
One looks pretty
Remember
good
when
for
Nate's
me.
nitrous kit blew up in your driveway that one time?
Yeah.
Yep.
What? He's like,
Oh,
yeah, and Steve,
the line.
Steve had to come rewire it for you.
No, the fucking line blew off.
Steve, I did it myself.
He had to rewire it. He had to wire it. It was just on there.
No. All right, we're not getting
Bolted on.
this.
All right, calm down.
The line blew off. I just had to get another fitting. Okay, that's it.
Oh, don't get
You
your
didn't even
feels.
take it out of the box.
That was a good night, though.
You see that?
That was a good night, though.
Don't make me wet.
That was when Ty was scared to race me. That was when Ty was scared to race me.
Oh! That night.
Yeah, I know. And then you got a ticket, and then you were scared to race after that.
I don't know. I think
It was
I ran you fucking
5:30 in the fucking morning.
I was still
There
there.
were 15 fucking
Everywhere.
cops waiting.
I was still there.
Tiger, a pussy to race me. There's a fucking SWAT team at the end.
His Ty already had fucking 5 tickets. I'm sorry, I don't really feel like racing right now. Oh, you pussy!
Who's just gotta fight a cop?
You know what the funniest part about the whole thing, that whole ticket part was I got, obviously Ross got pulled over as well. But it was funny the way you worded it. You go, Ross doesn't have 2 fucking nickels to rub together. He's laughing about his tickets. He goes, Tyler's over here making $30 an hour, fucking crying about what he's gonna do for his tickets.
I remember you were messaging me. You were like, "Oh, my license! I'm gonna get my license taken away."
Dude, before I even got the tickets,
Ross is like, would you shut up?
Take it out.
Yeah.
Take it out.
The first time in ever, Ross was a gangster. He's like, I don't give a fuck, dude. Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Huh?
Ice skating against.
Oh, yeah, dude. Hey, he drove the fuck out of that pile of shit.
Dude, the funny thing, before I even got my tickets, I was on the phone with my lawyer. I'm like, so about this? He's like, dude, it's 4 a.m. Do you did DBOI? I'm like, no. He's like, what's the matter? I go, I'm gonna get a street racing ticket, and he goes, where are you street racing? I go, Northern Boulevard. He goes, you guys still race Northern Boulevard? I raced Northern Boulevard in the '70s, my Camaro. And I'm like, that's fucking great, man. About this ticket. And he's like, no, just call me in the morning. I'll take care of it. I gotta go back to bed. I'm like, all right.
4 in the morning.
You would call your fucking lawyer.
Nervous, dude.
You know what I do with tickets? And I drive for a living. When I get a ticket, I put it in my center console. Forget about it.
When I get a ticket, I wait till the last day, and then I call my lawyer.
And then he gives me the extension. The thing that says you got a month. I'm like, okay, I got a month then.
Yeah, you're like,
You missed your court
Fuck
date.
it.
Show up next month.
Yeah, you got a month. All right, cool.
You know how I am, though.
I know, you're an anal. You're anal. Freak out.
we know.
All right, so we're gonna start. We're gonna start with Lure just because we don't know if your car gonna be out next year.
I don't know. There's some things. There's some things.
Hypothetically speaking, if your car is up, running, healthy, ready to go, who are you calling out? Number one, who's on your first call out list? Bam.
There's not really a first person. I don't really have anybody. I really want to race Noah, so I have to get my car to that level. Because Noah is cool as shit. He couldn't lose to a better guy.
Exactly, I agree.
And I mean, he's a bad motherfucker. So that'd be a good way to gauge where my car's at. So I get next to him and I fucking stay within a door of him. Or within a couple cars of him. I'd be fucking happy. You know what I mean?
I'm with it.
So,
Bobby, top of your list for next year.
Ross. and his rabbit.
Volkswagen.
And his rabbit.
Pretty much. I don't know. My car's got a long way to go.
You calling up the guy at the bar last night? That you threw into the wall?
Yeah, we're going to leave that off here. But
Oh, come on.
Are we going to the bar after this?
Yeah, we had a little scrap last night.
Yeah, me and Ty jacked up Chubby's last night. So anyways.
We got thrown out of the bar that we paid a mortgage at.
I know, but they were back there today. They were only kicked out for 2 seconds. Come back tomorrow, Dick.
All right, Bobby, hypothetically, who would you bring if you could?
Again, my car's not really competitive. It'll be a lot faster next year than it is this year.
That's what nitrous does.
Yeah. Monster next year, nitrous. Ty. I want to race Ty.
Oh, shit. Damn, he said I'm not competitive. I want to race Ty.
That's what he said right after. Everyone heard that.
I want to race Ty on the street.
I want you to race fucking Nate, dude. Two nitrous LS
Race
cars
Nate.
going at it.
Yeah.
Ooh. I mean, run him over too.
Ty and Nate, one of the
I want
two.
you to race
Who?
Matt Cruz.
I'll run him. I already fucking gapped the shit out of that car.
All right, anyways. Nate,
Turbo in the car.
Nate, top of your list.
Stupid.
Me? Run the fuck over.
Yeah, Tiger run the fuck over.
I feel like we've
I brought that to
You've definitely. I've said this everything in the past like
Every
two.
podcast, Nate's like, I'm
2 years.
Run Ty over now.
Yeah, well,
Next podcast, we're gonna-
And you
We'll
did-
say it again. Why
Hang on,
tradition?
Hang on, can we like ask you a question for real?
Ask me.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, because if like the three people that follow this podcast besides ourselves,
Yeah. We really want to know.
on our last podcast, you did say it was a big thing about you and Ty racing and when it was
Yeah.
going to happen and blah blah blah. Obviously, that didn't happen, and we want to know
Obviously.
why.
Well, it's my fault.
I know that's why I asked you.
Yeah. There's several reasons. One being I'm a procrastinator.
Yeah.
Two being I don't have all that money.
You're another P word too.
What's P word? Pussy. No, nothing to do with being a pussy. Trust me. This past 2 weeks before the snow fell, I was really trying hard to get the car prepped. Okay, I promise.
Remember, I've been thinking about 2 weeks ago. I posted a picture on Facebook of my battery kill box on off, and I said, "What a good season." Nate's like, "Oh, time to thrash, boys." All right, so Nate, top of your list. Obviously it's me, but who else is it gonna be?
I like to race Nick over here.
You're gapped.
We've been talking about racing for fucking
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, so pass it over. And
Yo, first round of chat.
Done yet? I
Okay,
gotta
good.
call out way more people still.
Ah, Jesus!
Shit, you got us
Let me take the.
Well,
Imaginary list with an imaginary car.
yeah, pretty much.
For everybody listening
Make
to
a
the
list.
podcast, we're going to fast forward through this.
Yeah, it's gonna be long. No. Well, you, Nick. I'd like to race Joe. Well, yeah, Bubba. Yeah, put Bubba up there.
Who's Joe? Who's Joe?
Joe Santiago.
He gonna smoke the fuck out of you.
Nah, I don't think so.
Bro, that thing, the golden gorilla, the silver gorilla. What is
Well, you know what? I don't want to race anybody slow.
I have
I'm
one.
trying to race fast
Hang
people.
on, Bobby's got
Fred's on
something.
the list.
Yeah, Fred, don't worry about Fred.
I want to race.
Who?
Shane.
Bartella?
Yeah,
Oh, that's
why-
right. You guys have a little thing going on.
Yeah, put Shane up there on my list too.
All right. Well, number one.
Nate wants to race
Number-
everybody in the chat.
Yeah, definitely chat, no doubt about it.
Nate wants to win chat days.
I want to win chat days.
And
Yeah.
number one, if you can only race one person next time, obviously you may have something predetermined. But
Yeah.
if there was one thing, I'm
I don't know.
gonna
I don't have anyone.
I'm gonna
else
go back to
specific
that
besides
whole
you.
predetermined race thing.
Yeah, we're like Doc and Murder Nova.
Not even about that. Not even about that.
Go back to Netflix or something.
All right. Anyway.
That's Discovery Channel. Discovery on Demand.
You and me are predetermined. Is Nick your number one on your call list?
Yeah, sure. So, I don't really have anyone else specific besides you. You're my number one here, pal.
There it is.
That's what it is.
I'm Nate's number one.
Yeah.
You're the Batman of his joke.
Yeah, you're the guy.
Pass that over to
You're
Nick.
the one keeping me going.
Pass that microphone. Nick, obviously you want to race Nate, right?
Yeah, I'd like to race Nate. Nate bought more drive shafts this year than anybody ever has.
You know what's funny? What's funny? Nate changed nitrous kits. He's like, oh, my drive shaft doesn't fit anymore.
Well, the problem here is the drive shaft, obviously.
I'd like to race Alex. His car is quicker than me. It goes pretty well. I think if I can get my car to 60, it'll be down in that area.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to regret saying this, but I would really like to go downstate and race some of those dudes down there. There's some quick cars down there.
I want them to come up here.
I'll go with you.
I want them to experience what we do up here.
I want them to come up here, but it's like, every time you start talking to a select few of those dudes, they want fucking $27,000 to come up here. I don't want to do that. I want to just skip right over that. I want to just bring my car down there and be like, let's try this out. I don't have a ton of money. How's $500? You're 5 miles from your house. I came to you. It's $500. Cool.
Yeah,
whatever.
And again, I don't care who you are, what kind of car you got. If you can't race 2 minutes from your house for 500, go fuck yourself.
There's
You're not a street
definitely
racer.
some quick cars down there. I've heard a couple of them are in my area. I'm hoping to be a little bit quicker next year.
You're going nitrous then.
No, not with my car. Not with my car. That is not a good idea with my car. Tyler No Boost has that white Cobra.
on radials.
The car works really well. I've heard it's pretty quick. I've also heard it's in sort of my area. Yeah. I'd like to just drive to him. So there's no in between. There's no arguing. There's none of that stuff. There's no my dick's bigger than yours. I'm just going to bring my car there.
I never win that contest.
Yeah, I've never won that one.
Actually, the closest I ever came is when we tried it and we stalemated.
Yes, exactly. we hit our bellies.
Oh, bud, I'm telling you.
They had bellies before that.
That's 3 1/4 right there. Not bad. Stop pushing the back extra.
I'd like to try that dude out with that car if he still has it.
He does.
And again, I'm not trying to be cocky at all. I'm just saying I'd like to go down there with a few $100 in my hands and be like, "Hey, buddy, we're in your fucking backyard. You got a good spot. It works.
Yeah.
Can we do something?" Shay's car, that Cobra.
Yeah.
That's a really fast car.
That car, the Shay's Cobra,
Yeah.
was the car that the guy that I beat with the Saline Mustang. That was the $50,000 that I cost him. He was so fucking mad. He sold that piece of shit, bought that car, and then he would never race me with it.
Yeah.
He goes, "Oh, you have no fucking idea. I'm gonna fuck you up." All this shit. We saw it go by on the car trailer. They had a car carrier bringing it in. He was on the top of the car carrier. He goes by Gwynn's shop, and I was like, "That's got to be it." Then I go, "Okay." I called him up. I'm like, "Dude, there was like 4 weeks later. I'm like, you got enough time in the car yet? You gonna race me?" He's like, "It's too fast for the street." I'm like, "Oh, here we go.
Yeah,
here we go."
The street.
But that's all Shay does with it, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Dude, that thing fucking works.
It flies, dude. That thing's fast.
I've heard a few people say he's right in my area.
Yeah.
If I can get my car to hook, and work, I would like to try to run him.
Yeah.
That 2J Lexus that's down there, that car's really fast too.
Cool.
I'd like to run that dude. And any of those stock motor Coyote guys down there that all hashtag they're the fastest stock motor car,
Right.
I'm gonna run you the fuck over.
Every one of y'all.
That's the only one I'll be cocky about.
Y'all are on fucking notice.
All you guys can get it. I still got a stock motor in my car for now.
I am 100% down to go downstate with your shit. I'll even tow it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I want to race Chris just because he's hometown, Kornacki.
Yeah.
But I don't think I have anything for him.
Yeah.
I think he'll run me the fuck over.
I think so, too.
And make me drive home with my tail between my legs. Chris and I have had our arguments in the past. I called him fat and slow, and he called me. And I said, "It's all right, buddy. I'm fat and slow too. You're just like 50." But Chris is a good dude. He races. He's racing all over the place, and he's betting money and whatever. So.
And you know what? He fucking does as much as he might be a goof sometimes, but he does as much as he can for the scene.
Yeah, he's
and he's willing to travel. He's down. He's a down racer.
The last year or two. I mean, again, I don't want to sound like a cunt to him because he is a good dude. He's made a complete 180.
He's turned it, yeah.
And he's really
he pulled a gun on us fucking 5 years ago. And then he realized that we don't fucking play because I charged him anyway.
Yeah,
like, fuck you and your gun.
So I would like to race Chris, but I really, even if I think I get my car as fast as I can possibly get it, I don't have anything for him. But he's a pretty good sport about it. He's not going to be like, "Oh, I got to tow my car from Central Ave to the spot. It's going to cost you $10,000.
Right. So he'll race for fucking free, probably.
I would like to do that.
Yeah.
Just because it's him and his car does pretty well. So.
He's got my old car.
And that, it's the retired Crunchberry. So, other than that, I mean, I don't know. Everybody in the chat, obviously. I like everybody in the chat. Would like to race them. That's Chad's car. That thing's fucking.
The guy that owns that car is a fucking douchebag. I'm not kidding. He's a fucking douchebag. We only know of him because Gwynn has a '66.
Yeah.
So he come down and he's one of those guys who just has money, doesn't do anything to the car, doesn't drive it, nothing. He just watches it. He comes down with his little fucking golf cart with all these lights on it and shit, like a fucking ferry. And he's looking over the car. He's like, "Oh, this is a true SS car?" Like, "Yeah, it's a real SS car for sure." He's like, "Oh, I got a $10,000 tuner coming in." I'm like, "Oh yeah, you're paying. That's cool. We got a computer from 1982.
We got a Dell.
We got a MacBook.
I got a Windows 95 over here.
And Mike's gonna tune it and work on it and drive it and build it, and you're gonna fucking sit here and talk about it and do nothing. No one wants to talk to you, bro. Go.
It doesn't do anything.
It sucks because the car's gorgeous. You got some fucking homo owning that nice ass car.
I'm gonna say, for who I want to race, obviously, like I said, me and Nate have a predetermined race set up. I hate to say who my number one is because
Billy
it doesn't retain anything because he's not a street racer. But I want to go out there. I want to West Cross him on the street.
There you go.
Whether he comes or not,
Never have.
he's said a lot of things where he just needs to get beat on the street.
Yeah, I'll take his brother too with that fucking green
All right,
turd.
yeah, we'll
he's
do
got.
that.
I'll
We'll do a little
that.
tag team style.
I'm into
Fucking
that.
Kane
Never
Undertaker.
race. I bet you Frank won't even race.
But if I had to pick an actual,
Frank will race on the street. Frank will race.
if I had to pick an actual, Frank said he's not racing.
You know what? If Frank gets away from the fucking bullshit, he's not a bad guy. But he hangs out with his fucking dumbass cousin that wants to fucking suck his cock all the time, and he fucking turns him into an asshole. Frank's a good dude, and he's actually down. When he had his little piece of shit, he was down to race.
Named
I
Crossman.
thought that was like a joke.
I thought they were
Frank
brothers.
Crossman, David Crossman.
I don't know any better.
The longest
I
I've
don't
known
know.
Frank, his name was just Frank the Tank on Facebook.
I
so
promise
never knew
you
his
that
last
wasn't
name.
his real
His
name.
last name can't be the tank.
Oh, I know that.
I don't think his middle name's
And then
though.
I thought when it changed back to Crossman, I thought that was a joke. Like, I thought that was a joke. I didn't think that was real.
No.
right, so-
you know what the tank comes from? His head looks like a fucking fish tank. fucking thing's bigger than my fucking stomach.
The aquarium. So I will say,
Saltwater.
Frank is, or not Frank, Dave's my number one. But if I'm gonna call it an actual street racer, I want to race Alex on the street.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, that's another thing too. If I mean, there's a lot of ifs, so I'm not trying to act like I'm for anything, but I would like to make Billy race me.
Yeah.
I'll drive to his fucking house. I don't care.
Here's the thing. Billy probably isn't a bad kid. It's his dad.
You don't have enough fucking ass to say his title dad to shut the fuck up, though.
Yeah.
It gets to a point you just gotta tell him to stop. Like, dude, now you're making me look bad.
Exactly.
You're making me look like a fucking asshole.
Oh, you know what? Their truck's fucking fast. Let's fucking get that out of the way. The truck is fast. I've seen it plenty of times. And the kid's down. The kid can drive. That dude's a fucking idiot. His dad's an idiot.
But when you go back and you edit videos of you losing,
right? Don't do that shit either.
It takes away.
Exactly. Anything you did right was bullshit now.
Yeah, it takes. Losing makes winning that much more better.
Absolutely.
100 attaboys are gone once you do that shit.
Yeah,
That's the end of it.
As soon as you you can't even admit you lost and you want to make things different, like, dude, that's not how the way it went down.
That's not good.
Yeah, that's stupid. Especially this is how dumb he is. This day and age, you don't think anybody else has video or anybody else has accounts of what happens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's on Facebook before the fucking race is done.
Before you made your stupid edits, it was already on there. Yeah. Sorry.
It was literally live.
Right.
You can't. I mean, you're not gonna.
I watched it live.
That's a good point. Huh. Just made a good point. With Rowdy Racing, I am the face of it, not to toot my own horn or anything.
Yeah, that's why everybody hates it. Because your face is ugly.
It's fucked up. Oh,
wow. That's why you won't go over 10,000 people.
Thanks for the podcast, guys. No, Jim made a good point. Like I said, I do a lot of the legwork and this and that, but Jim does a lot of our behind-the-scenes work that nobody ever knows about. Maybe the whole thing with Bill and Billy, with the deleting of the footage of the race and calling out BCSR, maybe someone is behind the scenes doing that to make Street Race Channel look good, because Street Race Channel is obviously way more popular than we are.
Yeah.
You know, and in the world of street racers, you know, not that we're not as good as them, we're just not as popular as them.
Yeah, they've been around longer for one.
Also, they have a very generic.
That's something we talked about.
They also have a very generic fucking. The videos they make appeal to people that aren't racers.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like racers, I don't want to watch some retard in your fucking car.
Like our catch days. Our catch days. We intro the cars.
Yeah.
Races only, no burnouts, none of that bullshit.
Right.
Pictures of the races and some cool shit. Bam, done over with. Our longest cash days video is 4 minutes and 21 seconds. Yeah.
That reminds me. I think you should put I like the burnouts. You should put the burnouts.
Maybe we can. And the thing
is,
it's
too long sometimes.
No,
or just a short. Not like when people do fucking 5 burnouts. That pisses me off.
No, but here's the thing. What we could do, because the first couple caches videos were just the intros of the cars and their names. The last caches video, Dave Dean was in the back of your truck, recording us driving.
That was a good.
Which is
I like that.
We did the car.
Yeah, he was right behind Noah, standing in the back of my truck.
Cena driving car.
Yeah, I like
it was
that.
funny the shit he was talking to, but you didn't put it in obviously, but it was funny.
The car.
He was like, it's fucking 32 degrees out here, real fucking street, motherfucker. Look at this bitch, he's driving this motherfucker in the street. Where the fuck is Ohio? It was so funny. It was fucking good.
We record the burnouts and take a couple good burnouts and use them where that Dave Dean footage would have been. It's just like something as a film.
Right.
If people like watching that shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I hear. I agree.
All right, so we have covered all of our topics. Is there anything else anybody wants to talk about?
I think we need to briefly touch on the slower cars. Okay. I put myself in that category. You know, there's Lee, he's taking his headphones off and going to take a dump. There's guys that are running mid to high 9s that have some mile an hour, whatever, that they want to race, they want to get in on it too. There's dudes all up in the North Country from me, Joe and Damon and fucking Justin and some guys down near me, Dan and Butch, and these dudes want to get in too, but they're in an area where it's hard to get races with that caliber, and it's almost like it's hard to take those guys serious. And I fall into that category as well, where you want to go out and you want to race some shit, and it's like, well, I got this car to race for you, and it's a fucking tube chassis screwblower car, and it's I can't, I'll be the first one to say, I don't have anything for that.
That's the thing. I've always been like that. Like, I'm just going to admit to you that you're fucking way faster than me. I have no chance.
I have no problem.
I can fucking beat you on the tree hard as fuck. You can spin, and you're still going to come by me.
If it's for free, free, whatever. I'll race Tuff's fucking jet car for free. But, some of these dudes that have aluminum.
You know what? We could probably put something together.
I think we should look at that.
I'm thinking that real quick. Obviously, we have more time to think about it.
Yeah.
DOT tire and a transmission that came in the car.
Yeah.
Overdrive transmission.
Yeah. I mean, you got to look at it. We
could change it. Obviously, just a quick try and keep it fair.
Yeah, I try to keep it modern. I think of it when I see another modern muscle car, I kind of know what I'm getting myself into.
Right.
If someone rolls up on a 4-lug Fox body with a stock tire or stock fucking pizza wheel on it, and I look at it, and it's like, oh, that's not bad. Then they start it.
Why don't you just at me, bro?
No, not even you, dude. That dude I raced from Jersey. Those Jersey guys came up. They're like, yeah, these are all 1050 cars, and we're like, And they started up, and it's a Dart block with a YSI on it and a Glide, and I'm like, oh fuck me. Yeah, he's got full interior in the car, but on the other side of that, it's probably
it's kind of like Bronchetti's car. That thing's all fucking brand, it looks really don't look like much, and then he starts it up and it's a fucking Bennett fucking built fucking race bullet.
See, that's
with a big ass blower on it.
That's where That's where I was headed, but I'm slow.
Yeah, well,
there's definitely some dudes in the 950 to 1050 range that they want to race. There's an Evo up north, Brad.
Fuck, we could do a cash days. We could do a cash days. It's like,
but if you get all together. The same people that got the same caliber cars, Blur, Ty, Nick.
Yeah, I'm the fucking guy you keep removing from the chat.
Get all together. You know what I mean? We get like 8 to 10, 12 cars together, and we all race each other.
And those dudes, the dudes around me, they'll drive, they'll travel.
That's why I think it won't be popular because it's a bunch of Syracuse fucking nobody's ever heard anything before.
It's more for us though.
Yeah, but I don't give a fuck about anybody else. I never have.
No, I'm saying, but people are listening. But it'd be cool to do something amongst us.
Yeah.
So it'll be awesome.
You see a lot of that shit now where it's like, if you don't have a radial car that's running 480s on the street, nobody gives a fuck about you.
Right.
And not a lot of people can afford that shit.
Dude, so one of the best races we ever saw, like we said, was Papo and what's that, 1040 cars?
Yeah.
But they're still, and it's still fun to watch, and they're competitive. They're right. If they're the same thing, it could be two 16-second cars. If they're right next to each other, it's still exciting.
I'm gonna push.
You know what I mean?
That's my goal for the year. I want to push for that, and for those dudes, and for those other guys.
We'll work on trying to come up with a set of rules that will make a cash days for those people.
I want to go to Ohio and Maryland and Virginia and all these places and street race.
Right.
But I'm not going there to race a car that runs 690s.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I'll be the first person. I can't hang with those guys.
Right.
But I want to race. I want to do something. I want to race other Coyote cars. I want to race other Camaros and
get in where you fit in. Get in where you fit in.
But nobody wants to tow a car 10 hours to go there and get fucking completely one side blinded.
Right.
Haha, got you.
Right.
I'm
not for
I think you guys understand what
Absolutely.
I mean.
Absolutely.
I see what you mean, but you got your late model cars. Those are you guys all kind of stay the same rules. I feel like mainly all interior, but I'd like to be in that same high 9 range.
Yeah.
But him saying the transmission that came with the car and shit. I understand that's a set that you. But I mean, that puts me completely out of it. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to come up with a rule.
Yeah, I'm just throwing it out.
You can't say bring a 980 car because people are going to bring a fucking 90 car. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to do that.
If it's people will know, that's something we can regulate. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. If you know the car.
I'll put it right on there. Like, if you show up with something I think is fucking not good in it, I don't care. I'll do the Doc Z thing.
Oh yeah.
Listen, bring a fucking car like I told you to bring. If you don't, I'm gonna know. I'm not a fucking moron.
All right. Well, think about this. Everybody in the chat. The fastest car in the chat is
Armand.
John.
No, I think Nash Winter went faster.
Isn't it?
Nash Winter went faster.
I'm talking on the street.
If you're talking on the street.
No,
No,
you're
Nash.
talking about John.
No, if you're talking on the track, it's fucking Mr.
Faulkner.
Gay 235, right?
No, he was street race though.
Okay.
Oh, we're talking street race.
Yeah, but so Nash Winter street races.
Yeah,
but
but
you look
he's-
at Nash Winter, you look at Armand, you look at Alex. They're pretty close to each other. You
Yeah,
look at
definitely.
me, you look at Nate, you look at Primero. We're pretty close to each other.
Right.
Hopefully.
We are. And
You will be. You'll be there.
The thing is I think the street is the equalizer.
Yeah.
So, someone like Armand, don't get me wrong, he's fast as fuck, but he's not. That doesn't mean he's going to win every race against me or against Tabor. You know,
if Nate Hook's racing Armand.
That's the thing.
And Armand spins 100 feet out, has to get out of it and get back in. And Nate is still going.
Look at it this way. Nate in 2017 cash days.
Yeah, he went pretty far.
Oh, with Dave.
Beat David Tabor and then had Chris Tabor in the finals. You out of here, Papa?
Yeah.
Later, bud.
Yeah.
Papa
because Dave was on the throttle for maybe about 3 seconds of the run.
Right, but that's what makes
it. But still.
Yeah. He almost hit me. But yeah, other than that, yeah.
So.
No, I see. No, I agree with that completely. Which is why I'm not. I feel that a slower car, as long as it's consistent, can go rounds in the cash days and stuff.
I'm with you. Papa leaves me hanging. Okay, no, it's okay, Papa.
Come back and hug you.
I don't want a handshake or anything, Papa.
I'll see you back.
Okay, yeah. I don't want a handshake or
Wait,
anything. Yeah.
Papa, before you leave, why did you remove John and then not tell us why?
Yeah, why'd you move Funner from the
I did not do that.
I did? Yeah, I did not do that.
You did it like 3 times.
You've done it to me a few times, too.
He said, I'll tell you later. I don't want to tell you later, though.
I don't understand technology.
To me, I did not do that.
He doesn't like blower, guys. That's what
it is. It's me and Alex. Yellow cars
Where
with
you
blowers
going,
on them.
by
Get
the way?
thrown the fuck out.
I made lasagna.
What? You didn't bring that here?
Yeah. What
We're
the
going
fuck?
out again today.
Where you going out? Where you going out? Where you going out?
Sharkies.
Fucking liars. You didn't make lasagna, you made chimichangas. Fucking chicken and rice, beans and rice. Thanks for the lasagna. That was nice of you.
Thanks for coming by.
Pasta lasagna, don't get any on you.
All right, so I think we've covered every topic. Yeah. I think the biggest thing here is
me.
Don't go to PRI. Waste your time.
not only that, but
Let's not let them tarnish PRI. I think we should have them just go to SEMA. They should be a SEMA.
They're definitely the SEMA crowd.
No, they're
They should
definitely
be
a seaman
fucking
crowd.
SEMA.
They're the seaman crowd. That's what they are.
PRI is the shit.
I do want to
And then-
thank.
Look at that thing.
Alex for not showing up.
I want to thank Alex for not showing up. I want to thank Buffalo for not showing up at all. But I do want to.
I want to thank Matt Rice for.
Alex, I don't want to fucking
going
hear it.
live.
I drove 2.5 hours to get here today.
I love every time Matt Rice goes live.
And no.
It's your boy, Matt Rice.
I do want to honestly thank.
He's in his back bedroom and you can see his breath.
Wait, dude, you can turn the heat on. It's okay.
We're saving money, man.
He's like, I'm gonna go smoke a cigarette, babe. Can you set me up out there? And he walks out. He's got fucking Parliament lights and shit.
Again, you know what? He's probably a good dude, but again, sometimes with the shit
that's the
online,
problem,
people
yeah.
get carried away online, and it fucking makes you look
he's
like a twat.
always that's the thing. He's like trying to like profit off it almost, like profit off something he doesn't even involve himself
And
in.
this thing is.
Street racing, people that's the problem with the new street racers.
Fleck touched that.
Yes.
Is he wants to profit off of a market that he has no business being in.
Yeah, he doesn't have a car. He's flagged like 3 races his entire life.
I'm not taking anything away from him. He's trying to make a name for himself, but
why?
The wrong way, right?
He's not he's not a real street racer, dude. No one gives a fuck about a name. A real street racer just wants a street race, man.
You know how you make a name for yourself? You do what fucking Chris Tabor does.
Right.
You
You know
show
what?
up and
And Chris
race.
Tabor will never tell you,
Yeah,
I'm Chris, I'm this, I'm that. He's just going to say, I'm going to race you.
I've seen
He doesn't give a
Tabor.
fuck
I've
if you like
seen
him or not.
between him and his dad race for probably fucking 10 years, and I've heard Chris say 5 words.
Yeah,
he doesn't say a fucking thing. He just smiles and races, and his brother punches people.
Right.
That's it.
He texted me when he raced that that Camaro down in it was a 3rd gen Camaro down in Albany.
Yeah.
He texted me, he was like, listen man, these guys fucking screwed us over last time and we had a really bad flagger that allowed him to fucking burn me down, and I wanted like a real flagger here. I'm like, I'm on my way,
Yeah,
dude.
I'll be there in an hour and a half.
Anything, because that dude's cool as fuck.
Yeah.
And like, I'm just saying, I'm not tooting my own horn by any means, but no one's calling Matt Rice like, yo, bro,
Yeah.
we really need you here for this. Look what he did. He couldn't even like make a decision at when the whole Murder 88 scene went when they murdered the 88.
Dude, that's fucking embarrassing.
Yeah, and
that
he's
whole
just
deal,
standing there. I'm like, bro, I'd have been like, I would have fucking went right in his face. Like, you're really gonna come to me and try to say that something happened when you fucking were gapped by the 50 foot, motherfucker, not the 60. You couldn't even make it to 60 on his door. You're that slow.
It's just time to.
You blew the tires off at fucking 200 feet, and you want to show me something at 400 foot. I would have told you, get the fuck away from me.
People that repetitively do the same thing, like that, and do that stuff, don't race them. Don't give them a place to come and try to prove themselves. As
Don't
you
make
say.
them a name for.
Yeah,
You know what I
exactly.
mean? You're making them a name for themselves.
And you see all these people, they're like, oh, murder idiot. They're not even just him. This person, you're so good, I love you, fucking blah, blah, blah. But they don't know.
No
you know,
idea.
everything, I go back and say it again and again. That fucking TV show has done a lot for it, but it's done bad for it too. I remember a few years ago, we're at our local spot in Albany, and we go down there, and there's fucking, I can't say we because I wasn't racing. I'm just a fucking piece of shit that stands on the side of the road and watches. I stand from far away, try to stay out of everybody's way. If anybody needs a block or needs a hand or whatever, I'll do whatever I can. But these people are there before we even get to the spot, and they're sitting in fucking lawn chairs at the 8th mile on the side of the road. And we're like, yo, get out of here. You gotta leave.
No spectators.
What do you understand about this isn't a fucking shut down road.
Get the fuck out, leave. And they're like, no, I'm here to watch Street Outlaws. It's like, well, you're going to get run over.
Right, and you're not here to start on the Street Outlaws. You're here to fucking just get away from us. We're trying to do something legal that no one wants fucking spectators for.
Yeah.
Nobody wants it. No one that comes to our cash days is a camera chaser. That's what I love about. That's what I love about the guys that come to our race.
You get popular from going out there and doing it, and people want to see you come and race. You know what? If there's fucking...
Oh, Jesus, I don't even know why if we forgot about this. Fucking, well, I forgot about this. Another call out would be, I'm going to do everything I can to make fucking that Dirty 30 fan come down here. Or I'll just go to him. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, we'll go to that.
I'll just sit right in Niagara Falls with my car like I'm here. Come get fucked up.
I just hope I don't, me personally, because I've never been, I mean, Lure does a lot for cash days. He's a flagger. He's the rule enforcer and shit.
Yeah.
I hope I don't fall into the same category as someone like a Matt Rice. You know what I mean?
No, it's not.
You're not looking for anything but to have fun.
Right.
You're not putting your face on Rowdy Racing.
You're not going live every fucking week to talk about nothing that you have anything to do with.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I think definitely for sure when they had that whole deal with what happened with Eddie and all that, and he did his live thing for 2 hours. I think that was 100%. I think, and personally, in me, it was justified to try to get everybody together and say, "Look,
that was good.
I'm the person that can get person A, person B, C, and D all in the same thing."
And you know what they did?
That's cool. I think that's good
because forever. Syracuse and Buffalo have had their tiffs.
Yeah.
Syracuse and Albany, way worse.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Upstate and downstate,
way
awful.
worse. Yeah.
But that got all of us
together.
And guys like DeSantis.
Well, it's like having a brother. You know what I mean? My brother beat the fuck out of me my whole life, but don't ever put your fucking hands on me. You know what I mean? He'll kill you.
Guys like DeSantis who
beat you up for getting beat up.
Right.
Chris Asmopolis, whatever, all these fucking downstate guys that as soon as they started trashing New York and shit, we went to bat, they were right there having our back.
Normally, I'm telling fucking Tyler No Boost that he's a fucking bitch, and I'm gonna fucking put my cock in his mouth. Yeah. And then all of a sudden he's like, "Bro, what do you think about this fucking idiot?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "We're gonna rock."
It's cool. We can get together and fight everybody else.
Yeah. Right.
Don't fuck with us as a whole. But then 2 minutes later in the same chat, it's gonna be, "You're a scumbag. I'm gonna come fuck you."
Right. Absolutely.
You know, we all hate each other.
In New York as a whole.
Exactly.
We're a much different.
I think they even they can all agree on that, even though we're 8.5 hours north of the city and we don't really, you know. That's why I said I want to go down there. I want to go to them. I don't want to make them drag their shit up here. Like, if I'm going to race those dudes or I want to call them out or say anything, I'll come to you. The weather's going to be good. I'll come right to you. We don't even have to fucking worry about it.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Anything else anybody wants to add before we clear this up?
I'm good. I think that's it.
I think we fucking went for a pretty good amount of time here.
Yeah, we're almost at 3 hours.
Yeah. I want to thank Nate for finally showing.
I do want to thank TJ from Logos Custom Embroidery.
Oh, yeah, he's the shit.
For donating the plaques to every cash days.
Yeah, those plaques are cool as fuck.
Free of charge, and it sets us aside. Nobody hands anything at a street race. Here's your money. Get the fuck out of my face.
Yeah.
Here's your money. Here's a fucking plaque. Fucking look at Noah's wall. He's got fucking Syracuse cash days plaques all over his
fucking
shit.
Gwen's son has it on his wall from the first
Jeff's
one.
garage has got them all over the place.
I mean, it's cool. It's something we got something. So, TJ, if you're listening, 2.5 hours later, I thank you for doing that stuff for us. Do also want to give a shout out to the track stuff that I do. I know we don't like all track shit here, but BJ Bedell, Mike Perry for sponsoring.
It's cool that you're trying to do something.
Right.
A lot of people don't do anything. Yeah. We had at Northeastern X275 at our track, and our track wouldn't invest a fucking cent in it, and they quit. Yep. So that's gone.
I do want to give those guys a shout out as well. I say thank you. I want to give Jim a shout out for everything he does that does not get credit for.
Yeah.
Bobby behind the scenes as well. These guys don't take any credit for things. They let me have the fame. with no fortune.
And hardly any fame.
Bunch of right?
You are big time in this room, but not anywhere else. You're way more famous than me, that's for sure.
Leave this out.
That doesn't say nothing, but
no, but still, I mean, we are.
I'm known by 12s of people.
We're a good cohesive team, all of us. We all play a partner role. We don't step on each other's toes. And I like that. We all know our role, and it's cool, and I like that. So I want to say thank you. Thank you for coming out. Jim, Nick, Nate,
yes.
Papo, Daisy Left, Thunder, Carl, Bobby, Lure, as always, fucking keeping this podcast alive. All right, so.
Well, except for I get everything's gonna be edited out, and it's not gonna be fun anymore.
No, only part we're editing out is my
I'm just
part
joking.
because I fucked up. So yeah, friend at friend.com. All right, guys, listen.
At friend.com.
This is on YouTube, so if you're listening on YouTube, go to Facebook, like Rowdy Racing. If you're go to Instagram, like Rowdy Racing CNY. Vice versa, if you're on social media, go to YouTube and like Rowdy Racing CNY. We will see you next time. If there's anything you want us to talk about on our next podcast or anything like that, hit me up and we'll get a hold of it. Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming out. Round of applause for everybody for showing up. Thank you.
Yeah.
Girls.
God bless America.
God bless America. All right, guys.
Trump 2020.